Stations, we are coming up on 11 minutes until airtime. "11 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. 11 minutes until airtime on the Georgia Bulldog Sports Network. Your next time cue will come with 10 minutes until airtime. Stations, we are coming up on 10 minutes until airtime. "10 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. 10 minutes until airtime on the Georgia Bulldog Sports Network. Stations, if you encounter any problems getting today's satellite feed, please call 336-831-0861. Your next time cue will come with 9 minutes until airtime. "9 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. 9 minutes until airtime on the Georgia Bulldog Sports Network. Your next time cue will come with 8 minutes until airtime. Stations, we are coming up on 8 minutes until airtime. "8 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. 8 minutes until airtime on the Georgia Bulldog Sports Network. Your next time cue will come with 7 minutes until airtime. Stations, we are coming up on 7 minutes until airtime. "7 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. 7 minutes until airtime on the Georgia Bulldog Sports Network. Your next time cue will come with 6 minutes until airtime. Stations, we are coming up on 6 minutes until airtime. 6 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Mark, 6 minutes until airtime on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Stations, if you encounter any problems getting today's satellite feed, please call 336-831-0861. Your next time cue will come with 5 minutes until airtime. Stations, we are coming up on 5 minutes until airtime. 5 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. 5 minutes until airtime on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Your next time cue will come with 4 minutes until airtime. Stations, we are coming up on 4 minutes until airtime. 4 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. 4 minutes until airtime on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Your next time cue will come with 3 minutes until airtime. Stations, we are coming up on 3 minutes until airtime. 3 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. 3 minutes until airtime on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Stations, if you encounter any problems getting today's satellite feed, please call 336-831-0861. Your next time cue will come with 2 minutes until airtime. Stations, we are coming up on 2 minutes until airtime. 2 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark. 2 minutes until airtime on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Studio producers, when you hear, please start your archive recording. Your next time cue will come with 1 minute until airtime. Stations, we are coming up on 1 minute until airtime. One minute in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark, 1 minute, stations. 1 minute until airtime. Your next time cue will be with 30 seconds until airtime. Studios, when you hear, please start your archive recording. Stations, you're coming up on 30 seconds until airtime. On my mark, 30 seconds until airtime. And there it is, so please start your archive recording. Stations, please be advised that you must disable your streaming to websites and apps during this Learfield IMG College broadcast. Mark, 30 seconds. Your next and final time cue will be with 15 seconds until airtime. Coming up on 15 seconds until airtime. Mark, 15 seconds, stations. Have fun.
The following is a presentation of the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. The Dogs play here.
Diving stop to his feet. Got him at first.
High out to right. You can forget about this one. This one's got a chance. Going back. Looking up. It's goal. The ball is out of here. Back-to-back haulers for the Dogs. He's going to try and score. Here comes the cutoff. Close. Safe. And we're tied. Unbelievable. At the track, reaching. He makes an incredible catch.
This is Georgia Baseball, and our coverage begins now with the Bulldog On Deck Show. Today's game is brought to you by Marker 7 Coastal Grill, bringing a taste of the Gulf to 5 Points. The UGA Bookstore, it's where the dogs shop. And by Piedmont Healthcare, the official healthcare provider of the Georgia Bulldogs. Now, out to the stadium. Here are David Johnston and Jeff Dantzler.
A brilliant regular season is in the books. It is now on to the postseason, and it begins with the Southeastern Conference Tournament here in suburban Birmingham, Hoover, Alabama. This morning, the Georgia Bulldogs battle the Texas A&M Aggies. And a good morning from the Hoover Met, along with our network studio producer. Great to have our buddy Michael Server back with us, and my longtime broadcast partner, David Johnson. I'm Jeff Dancer. Well, DJ, the real drama begins next weekend. 42-14 in the regular season. Chance for the Dogs to have some fun, and first time we see the Aggies this year.
Yeah, we haven't seen the Aggies since this time last year when they shut us out 7-0. That was on May 23rd. What is today? May 22nd. So it's been almost an entire year since Georgia and A&M have met. So a lot of familiar names on this A&M roster that we saw last year. We'll talk about that as we move on today, but it is beautiful here. It's going to be a warm day today in Hoover/Birmingham, but certainly looking forward to getting this thing going.
And Texas A&M this season now 36-19 with a tie against Missouri, 16-13 with that tie in the league. They beat Florida in 10 innings yesterday, 8-7, and that's a win that really boosted their resume. What A&M's trying to do, they're trying to host an NCAA regional.
Yeah, they still got a lot that they feel like they're playing for. I think the SEC is going to get 4 top 8 national seeds, and then after that, I think because Florida lost yesterday, Missouri lost yesterday. It was a bad day for the SEC East as they went 0-4 against the West. Missouri and Florida now could end up on the wrong side of the bubble. So I think what we're going to see is the 8 teams that are playing today are definitely in the tournament. Tennessee's in. There's your 9, and that might be it for the SEC.
And I think you're right. I think with Florida or Missouri, it's both one way or the other. Let's take a look at the pitching matchups today. It'll be the midweek starters for the most part. A&M going with a young left-hander, Chris Weber, who's 4-1 with a 3.34 ERA. Georgia countering with Tim Elliott, 6-3 with a 2.93 ERA. His opponent's batting average of 178, 6th best in the league. And, DJ, I think it's fitting that Elliott has gotten Georgia off to so many good starts with his midweek starts this year that he'll start this SEC tournament opener for Georgia.
Yeah, certainly looking to see what Tim is able to do here for the Bulldogs. He didn't pitch last year in this first, or I guess in the Wednesday/Thursday game, so I know he's very excited here. They've got a freshman lefty going named Chris Weber. So we'll see a couple of guys who will be making their SEC tournament pitching debuts.
It is Georgia and Texas A&M. When we come back, it's a chat with Bulldogs head coach Scott Strickland as you listen to Georgia baseball in the SEC tournament on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Do you have Georgia Medicaid or Peach Care for kids? Time to feel better about your health care. WellCare has great benefits for the whole family. Choose great doctors from our large provider network. Earn free items with the new improved Healthy Rewards program. Get care and support you can count on. Choose WellCare. It's easy to enroll. Call Georgia Families at 1-888-423-6765 or visit georgiafamilies.com. To learn more about WellCare, call 1-866-231-1821.
It's no secret that things grow well in Georgia, like peanuts, cotton, and corn. But families and communities also flourish here. That's because Georgia Power is helping bring new businesses and industries to our state. In the last 10 years alone, we've helped create over 134,000 new jobs. Because Georgia is our home too, and we want life here to thrive for all of us. Georgia Power, generating opportunity. Learn more at georgiapower.com/growth.
You might have heard Coke Zero Sugar has the refreshing, great Coke taste you know and love, minus the sugar and with 0 calories. And you might be thinking, real Coke taste with 0 sugar and 0 calories sounds too good to be true. That's understandable. Some people just don't believe it, until they try it, that is. If you're ready to enjoy delicious refreshment in a whole new way with 0 calories and 0 sugar, pick up an ice-cold bottle of Coke Zero Sugar to try the real Coke taste of Coke Zero Sugar for yourself today.
Termite season is here. Is your home protected? Thousands of Metro Atlanta homes are damaged by termites every year, resulting in thousands of dollars in repair costs. Protecting your home from termites and other pests is simple with Active Pest Control. Active Pest Control has served Georgia communities for over 30 years, and we believe that relationships really do matter. That's why your satisfaction is our top priority. Call us today to schedule a free inspection at 770-954-9941 or visit us online at activepestcontrol.com. Active Pest Control, where relationships matter.
You're listening to Bulldogs Baseball. Now back to the stadium.
It's time for the Scott Strickland Show. Jeff Dantzler joining Georgia's head coach. And, Coach, first of all, congratulations on an amazing regular season. It's been a lot of fun. It really has been a joy to watch this team. What a bunch of great kids on this team.
Yeah, no question about it. It's, it hasn't been the cleanest thing ever with the injuries and having to, get guys in there. And guys have just stepped up. It's been fun to watch, guys that you don't really expect to be playing at the beginning of the season, and now they're in the starting lineup and really succeeding and doing well, and just proud of the entire group.
Well, the good thing is for us, when this was happening, when the injuries were really hitting us, I think back to after week 4, we were 9-3. We were a hair away from being about 4-8 or 5-7. We were able to hang it together, tough out, and get those wins. And then when we started getting healthy, the depth that built on this team has really taken us to another level.
Yeah, I think that really showed in the Florida series, because that's when the injuries really came back and got us again, when Emerson's out and CJ's out and Shunk's out and Maxwell's out and Meadows is still not 100%, and we had all those guys playing, all those guys pitching, and everybody did really well. So that's when the depth really started to take over, and that's when we knew we had something really special at that Florida weekend.
I think it's fitting that Tim Elliott's pitching today, because he got us off to a great start so many times this season during the week.
Yeah, no question. He's earned it, and again, it's a nice luxury to have when you've got that guy and you don't have to move your rotation around. We can keep Cole on the same rest, we can keep Tony on the same rest, keep Emerson on the same rest, so everybody stays on the same rest because of Tim Elliott.
Says the strength of this league, right? A team like A&M's the 6. You kidding me?
Yeah, it's crazy. Watching the games yesterday, just watching the 8-9 game, Auburn and Tennessee. I mean, those teams are winning just about every conference in the country, and this league is just a bear from top to bottom. It's really, really good. Now it's down to 8 teams, and you got to get to Friday. I mean, that's your goal. Is if you can try to win today and win tomorrow, Friday is an off day. So you're just trying to survive, get to Friday, and hopefully you can put your feet up a little bit and then get to the championship round on Saturday.
Well, we all know the real pressure cooker begins next weekend, but I think a chance for the kids to come here and have some fun this week.
Yeah, and we told our guys, we're going to try to win every game that we play. That's when you step on the field, you're competing, you're trying to win, but we're not going to compromise next weekend too. So we're going to be really smart with the pitching, but we're going to try to win every single game that we play and hopefully get through this thing healthy and get ready for next weekend.
Coach, congratulations again on a great season, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow.
Okay, thanks, Jeff.
That's it with Georgia coach Scott Strickland. We'll go around the SEC after this time out on the Georgia Bulldog Sports Network.
Get ready for the first pitch at the UGA Bookstore, featuring the best Bulldog gifts and apparel. Shop all the great brands at the UGA Bookstore like Nike, Tommy Bahama, Vineyard Vines, and Southern Tide. The UGA Bookstore is the exclusive home of the UGA 10 collection by Peter Millar. The UGA Bookstore in the heart of campus, next to the Tate Student Center. Shop online 24/7 at UGABookstore.com. The UGA Bookstore, it's where dogs shop.
Hear whatever you love, wherever you love to listen. Get SiriusXM in your car, online, on the app, or at home on connected devices now with new subscriptions as low as $5 a month plus fees. See offer details at SiriusXM.com/college. Hear college sports coverage on SiriusXM SEC Radio, plus commercial-free music in addition to comedy, talk, news, and more anywhere you go. Visit SiriusXM.com/college to get started.
This is Bulldogs baseball. Now back to the field.
Welcome back to the Hoover Met. Well, Dave hit it for you as we go around the SEC. The Bulldogs and Vanderbilt, the two East teams that are still alive in this thing, DJ. It was 4-0 for the SEC West yesterday.
Yeah, they dominated the East. The games were close, even South Carolina and LSU close last night, but the West was able to come out on top in all four games. A&M beats Florida in extra innings. Ole Miss wins a one-run game against Missouri. Auburn holds off Tennessee, and Tennessee almost hit a home run in the ninth inning that would have tied it. And then South Carolina got 5 runs in the second, and they made LSU earn their 8-6 victory last night.
All right, we'll come back and check the lineups after this timeout on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
We Dogs are known for always giving 110%, both on and off the field. But no matter how hard we work, we can't deny that getting sick is easy. Luckily, getting care is too. As the official healthcare provider of the Georgia Bulldogs, Piedmont is committed to getting us better. With urgent care, same-day appointments, virtual visits from your smartphone or desktop, and Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, they've got the care you need when you need it. Booking an appointment is only a click away, so for game day and every day, get better at piedmont.org/UGA.
DP Dough of Athens, located at 180 West Broad Street in downtown Athens, has all your fresh baked calzone needs. Available for pickup or delivery, stop by today to try one of our many fresh baked calzones. Our $6 zone of the day special, or build your own calzone with your choice of proteins, veggies, cheeses, and salts. Call today for delivery at 706-842-2828 or order online at dpdough.com. And don't forget, we will be making a special DP Dough calzone delivery of the game to our loudest fans in attendance at Foley Field all season long. DP Dough, the original calzone company.
It's no secret that things grow well in Georgia, like peanuts, cotton, and corn. But families and communities also flourish here. That's because Georgia Power is helping bring new businesses and industries to our state. In the last 10 years alone, we've helped create over 134,000 new jobs. Because Georgia is our home too, and we want life here to thrive for all of us. Georgia Power, generating opportunity. Learn more at georgiapower.com/growth.
Whoever said less is more hasn't spent enough time in the Southeastern Conference. Here, it's all about more. More techie, more frenzy, more friendly, more rowdy, more quirky, non-negotiable traditions, more time of your life, more ways to turn 120 credit hours into all kinds of open doors. More of everything the college experience is all about. Yeah, in the SEC, it just means more.
All right, it's looking like another beautiful day here in Hoover. Currently 70 degrees with plenty of sunshine. And again, It is 9:23 Central Time. So for those of you listening to us back in Athens, over in Atlanta, and anywhere on the Eastern time zone, we do appreciate it. But it is certainly breakfast with the Bulldogs and the Aggies. Today's weather conditions brought to you by Active Pest Control. You got bugs? Well, Active Pest Control offers the best price and best service to protect your home. Visit ActivePestControl.com to schedule your free inspection today. And we'll go ahead and get today's starting lineups in here for you as Texas A&M is the visiting team, 37-19 with one tie. The head man, Rob Childress, in his 14th season, 13 consecutive winning seasons for Texas A&M. The shortstop, Braden Shoemaker, will lead it off. He'll be followed by the second baseman, Bryce Blom. Batting third will be the catcher, Mikey Honer, and hitting cleanup for the Aggies, the left fielder, Cam Blake. Batting fifth will be the DH, Hunter Coleman. Hitting sixth, the center fielder, Zach DeLoach. Batting seventh, the right fielder, Jonathan Dukoff. Hitting eighth will be the first baseman, Will Frizzell. And batting ninth, the third baseman, Ty Coleman. On the mound, freshman lefty, Chris Webber. We'll have Georgia's starting lineup when we come back here on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Get ready for the first pitch at the UGA Bookstore, featuring the best Bulldog gifts and apparel. Shop all the great brands at the UGA Bookstore like Nike, Tommy Bahama, Vineyard Vines, and Southern Tide. The UGA Bookstore is the exclusive home of the UGA 10 collection by Peter Millar. The UGA Bookstore in the heart of campus, next to the Tate Student Center. Shop online 24/7 at UGABookstore.com. The UGA Bookstore, it's where dogs shop.
Do you have Georgia Medicaid or Peach Care for kids? Time to feel better about your health care. WellCare has great benefits for the whole family. Choose great doctors from our large provider network. Earn free items with the new improved Healthy Rewards program. Get care and support you can count on. Choose WellCare. It's easy to enroll. Call Georgia Families at 1-888-423-6765 or visit georgiafamilies.com. To learn more about WellCare, call 1-866-231-1821.
Before or after the game, come enjoy a great view of 5 Points from the covered deck at Marker 7 Coastal Grill. Walking distance from Foley Field at the corner of Lumpkin and Millage, you can find some of the best seafood north of St. Simon's. Oysters on the half shell, fish tacos and shrimp baskets with fries and coleslaw will get you started. For the land lovers, we've got you covered with our club, Reuben, and grilled chicken sandwich. Eating healthy? Try one of our numerous salads on the menu. There's something for everyone at Marker 7 in the heart of 5 Points. Plenty of parking available.
6 appearances in Omaha.
Hit high out into left center field with some carry. This ball is out of here.
1 national championship.
If it's fair, it's gone. This ball is way up Kudzu Hill.
Georgia baseball, a winning tradition.
You can forget about this one. It's way out of here.
Race to the back, dives, touches the base, and Georgia wins.
Now back to the stadium.
All right, back here at the Hoover Met, David Johnston, Jeff Dantzler along with you. We are about 5 minutes from today's first pitch. We'll finish up today's starting lineups. We got A&M in there for you. For the Dogs, 42-14. Georgia with the second best record in the SEC, but they are the number 3 seed here for the tournament. Scott Strickland, the head man, in his 6th season, and what a season it was. Georgia 42-14 overall, 21-9. In the SEC. Tucker Maxwell will lead it off in center. He'll be followed by the right fielder, Riley King. Batting third will be the third baseman, Aaron Shunk. And hitting cleanup for the Bulldogs, the second baseman, L.J. Talley. Batting fifth will be the DH, John Cable. And he'll be followed by the shortstop, Cam Shepard. Hitting seventh for the Bulldogs, the first baseman, Pat Sullivan. Batting eighth will be the catcher, Mason Meadows. And hitting ninth in left field, Randon Jernigan. So it's Maxwell, King, and Shunk. Talley, Cable, and Shepard, Sullivan, Meadows, and Jernigan. On the mound, junior right-hander Tim Elliott, 6-3 on the year, a 2.93 ERA. Tim making his 12th start of the season, and the number that jumps out at you for him, as it does with Emerson Hancock and Tony Losey, is that Elliott's batting average against is just 178. Your umpires today, Marcus Patillo will call the balls and strikes. Jason Bradley's at first, Jeff Head at second, and Scott Klein at third. The Dogs in the red tops with the white pants today. while A&M, they're wearing the road grays at this neutral site with their maroon. They do call themselves maroon, don't they, Jeff? Their maroon caps. And both teams are ready to go. Coach Strickland, Coach Childress are out meeting with the umpires right now. Again, it is a gorgeous day. The wind right now is blowing out to left. And as I update the temp here, the old iPhone tells me it is 76 degrees. And this is why we wanted to play this first game, because, A, you know when you're going to start, and B, it's not 100,000 degrees yet, but it will be.
Yeah, the sun was really peering in here earlier today, and DJ, you mentioned that wind. This is a mammoth park here, but yesterday with the wind blowing out in the afternoon, we saw more home runs than usual. But it is 405 to center, 380 out to the alleys, and 335 down the lines. This park plays very big to the gaps, and I think at this stadium, just like when Georgia plays Tech annually at SunTrust Park, I think outfield defense is perhaps, along with the obvious of throwing strikes, the biggest key to having success here.
And defensively, Georgia, the number 2 team in the conference behind Vandy, although both Vandy and Georgia, outstanding defensive teams, 2 of the best in the country. Georgia fielding it over 981, and A&M is good, but 971. And you just look at number of errors made. Georgia's made 40. A&M has made 59 on the season. Check that, 61 on the season, counting yesterday. So there is definitely a little bit of a difference there. The Dogs and A&M both about run reduction as much as run production. But Georgia is certainly, along with Vanderbilt, the finest in the land at run reduction.
Well, and with Tim Elliott on the mound, he is a strike thrower. That great defense back behind him. Sullivan, Talley, Shepard, and Shunk. I can't imagine there's a better defensive infield anywhere in the country. Running Randon Jernigan. How about all those highlight reel catches? As DJ told you, getting the start and left. And Maxwell, an excellent center fielder. And then Riley King, maybe the best athlete on this Georgia team. He has made a slew of terrific plays this year. This Georgia team has been a lot of fun to watch all season long. And for the Bulldogs, obviously the big picture is what happens next week. And Georgia's 6 College World Series teams, 5 of the 6 had an SEC tournament win total of either 0 or 1. The 06 team won 3 times here, and that helped Georgia get a national seed. And this tournament can wear you down, but at the same time, you want to keep going well. And to me, as we talked about with the coach, DJ, this is at relatively low pressure. I mean, this tournament doesn't mean a ton. We know where Georgia's sitting right now. At the same time, it would be nice, not since that incredible run that the Bulldogs had back in 2011, winning 3 straight over Auburn, South Carolina, and Florida to clinch a regional berth. That's the last time the Dogs won a SEC tournament game here in Hoover.
Yeah, and I think there's certainly some ghosts that we need to definitely take care of here this week. If Georgia goes 0-2, it ain't the worst thing in the world. The Dogs are going to be a top 8 national seed next week. But at the same time, you might be able to improve your seeding a little bit. Win 2 or win a couple of games here, play into the weekend. But the Dogs haven't won here. Got shut out this time last year by Texas A&M. So let's see if Georgia can go out and win a game today and have the rest of the day to worry about, not have to get up and play again early tomorrow, and be in the driver's seat.
Sounds like a plan, and these 2 teams can really pitch it. Top 2 ERAs in the SEC. Braden Shoemake, A&M's outstanding left-hand hitting shortstop. Shoemake, he is a junior out of Wiley, Texas. Tim Elliott looking in, a righty against the lefty. His first pitch at 10:32 East is raked out into right center. That is in the gap. Shoemake around first. He's got good wheels. Maxwell's throw is not in time. 1 pitch, and that's a leadoff double for Braden Shoemake.
Well, that didn't take long.
No, it did not. And that'll bring up the second baseman, Bryce Blom, who's hitting .280 on the year with 7 homers and 27 RBIs.
Just the 6th double that Elliott's allowed this year in 61 and a third innings. And for Shoemake, A&M's leading hitter, that is his 14th double of the season.
So Shoemake aboard at second base as Blom will stand in. Elliott on the mound, and we are waiting on something. I don't know what. But here we go. We'll see how the Aggies play this. Elliott looking in, righty against righty. He comes, set at the belt. Here's the pitch. That one's in the dirt. It's 1-0. And one of the big problems for Georgia here these last few years in this tournament has been scoring, a lot of binaries, a lot of zeros and ones in the runs column. We had that crazy game with Ole Miss last year when Parker Karachi threw home and threw it to the backstop. And it would be nice for Georgia to post a W here. The pitch misses inside. It is now 2-0, but as Dave said, worst case scenario, 0-2. Georgia's back home tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, and just waiting to see who's coming to Athens for the regional next weekend. So Shoemake is the runner at second with nobody out. Elliott from the belt. The pitch to Blom. Misses inside. 3-0.
Yeah, the Dogs last year went 15 innings before they scored, got a run in the 7th against Ole Miss, and then the thing you're talking about happened in the 8th inning.
That was something.
Then ended up going extra innings. L.J. Talley homered in the 10th to give Georgia a lead, but then Ole Miss came back with 2 in the bottom of the 10th to win it.
The 3-0 is in there for a strike on the inner half. One thing that might be in the Aggies' favor, at least early in this game, they got up and played the early game yesterday, so their body's a little bit more on that time schedule. Plus, they are a Central Time Zone team. The Dogs got up at 6 a.m. Central this morning, headed over just after 7. So Blom standing in with a 3 balls and 1 strike count. Shoemake with a leadoff double, the runner out at second base. Hey, you can shoot us a tweet if you're listening in. Dave is at D. Johnston, UGA. 3-1, a strike on the inner half. Yours truly at Jeff Dantzler TV. Thanks, our buddy Harry listening in. Strap, thanks for the kind words. Our buddy Tommy said he listened to Stern this morning and then turned us on. Thank you to David, who is here in Birmingham, got us tuned in, wanting to win so he can bring the kids to the afternoon game tomorrow. Our buddy James saying go Dogs as this is bounce foul third base side. Man Andrew listening in over in West Georgia.
I hear some noise.
Yeah, just a lot of the PA does work here. Wind blowing out. Huge ballpark here, the Hoover Met. Elliott looking in, righty on righty. Didn't pitch last weekend. Got the rotation nice in order. Here's the 3-2. Popped up, right side. Sullivan, Talley. It'll be Talley at second. P4, 1 away. You have to bear with us. We're a good bit higher than we are at most places, although we are on the lower level of the press box here, so it'll take us an inning or two to get used to the trajectory coming off the bat. Not like we are at SunTrust, though, when it feels like you're hanging from the under part of a wing on one of those Delta jets.
Flying over. Get that aerial view, kind of like CBS trying that aerial shot tracer thing this weekend. Not sure what that was. That's what it feels like, though.
Yes, it does. Here's Mikey Honer. He's the A&M catcher. Honer hitting .297 on the year with 3 home runs. He has driven in 30. That was a big empty AB. Great job there by Elliott.
Very fond of their scoreboard, by the way.
Yes, sir. It is big.
It doesn't have a ton of stuff on it.
Nope.
Average, although they got RBIs ahead of homers. I'm not going to
fix that.
Yeah, but still, I can live with it. Doesn't have 1,000 things on it.
RHEBSO, easy to read. That's the key.
Yep.
Now, it's not up there the whole time, but
they got that other scoreboard out left. I don't remember that. Was that there last year?
I think that's a new addition.
Yeah.
A little cool it now. Righty on righty as Honer stands in. Shoemake is at second with 1 out, top of the first. Elliott's pitch, swing and a miss. Good movement on that one. Boy, Tim Elliott has been just superb for the Bulldogs this season.
By the way, the TV speed said 90. The scoreboard said 88. So we'll see if there's a little discrepancy throughout the morning on these speeds of pitches.
Meadows through the sides. Elliott's 0-1. Misses down and away. Elliott, by the way, we want to congratulate him. He was named to the Google Cloud, COSIDA, College Sports Information Directors of America, all-region academic team, which is a big step towards making academic All-American. Gordo, the great Gordon Beckham, Georgia's last academic All-American. Tim is a finance major. 1-1 is the count to Honer. Shoemake is at second with one out, top of the first. Elliott's pitch misses up and in. The starting pitcher for Texas A&M, Chris Weber, he is an aeronautical engineering major at Texas A&M. He, too, an outstanding student.
I have no idea what you just said.
I exempted out of that one, but our buddy Dave South, the voice of the Aggies, was telling us about that one. As Elliott looks in, his 2-1. This has popped up into shallow right field. King coming on. He makes the catch. Shoemake is tagging King with a pretty good throw into third. Close and safe. Well, that was a great throw from King.
Great throw. I'm surprised Shoemake tried that one, and he almost paid the price. Great throw by Riley.
And by the way, you think about now with that runner at third with two outs, if one gets away, there's a ton of real estate behind home plate and in foul territory all the way around. Wind blowing out. The cleanup man, Cam Blake, stepping to the plate. Blake batting .267 on the year with a home run and 23 runs driven in. Dogs in the first base dugout. Aggies over on the third base side. Shunk is even with the bag in the hot corner. Elliott's pitch. Called a strike on the other half, 0-1.
Blake hit .267 this season, and in the SEC, he hit .267.
Didn't drop off a bit.
Not at all, but he didn't lift himself up either.
No, sir.
By the way, that's rare to see.
Yeah, it is. That Georgia fielding .986 in league play.
That's insane, by the way.
Elliott's 0-1. Just misses inside. That includes a perfect 1,000. 0 errors for the country's best defensive shortstop in Cam Shepard in 30 SEC games. Amazing. That record will not be broken.
It will not, no. It could be tied.
Yep.
But it won't be broken.
He and L.J. Talley making the all-defensive team, and Patrick Sullivan was robbed as that pitch is in the dirt. Nice block by Meadows, who's as good a catcher as there is. Well, DJ hit it. The Dogs are about the RR.
The run reduction.
I can't imagine anybody's been better at it. 2-1, the count to Blake. Shoemake is the runner at third. 2 down, top of the first. Elliott righty against lefty. Here's the pitch. That one misses downstairs.
There's as many scouts here as there are fans.
Absolutely.
Although the fans are actually in the shade.
Under the cover.
Yeah, which I don't blame them.
And this tournament, I mean, the East teams just don't travel for it. It's an easy drive for Auburn, for Alabama, Mississippi State, Ole Miss. Boy, LSU, they had a crowd of 10,000 here last night.
On a Tuesday night.
Jeez.
In the 5-12 game.
3 balls and 1 strike to Blake. Elliott, here's the pitch. Fisted foul out of play, third base side. Heads up down there. They also have, they've got those big double-decker hills, the grassy knolls down the right and left field line. And as the day goes along, there will be a lot of little leaguers out there, and there will be a lot of fights for foul balls.
Yep.
3-2 to Blake with Shoemake, the runner at third. We're in the top of the first. Tim Elliott looking in from the belt. He peeks to third. Here's a payoff. Ground ball right side. Talley to his left. Fields from the grass. Got him! What a play. L.J. Talley.
The curse of the leadoff double. Nothing happening for A&M.
Boy, this Georgia defense so good. That leadoff double. No runs a hit, no errors, and Shoemake stranded at third as we head to the bottom of the first. It's A&M nothing. And Georgia coming to the plate on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. The Hilltop Grill opened the night David Green hit Michael Johnson at Auburn, sending the Dogs to the SEC title. In the years since, Hilltop has become an Athens favorite, featuring premium steak and seafood. Locally owned, the Hilltop gives you the finest in food without the hassle of downtown. With an open and covered patio, reservations available for all occasions, private parties, and a sensational Sunday brunch. Hunker down and head to the Hilltop at 2310 West Broad. Call 706-353-7667. That's 706-353-7667.
Hear whatever you love, wherever you love to listen. Get SiriusXM in your car, online, on the app, or at home on connected devices now with new subscriptions as low as $5 a month plus fees. See offer details at SiriusXM.com/college. Hear college sports coverage on SiriusXM SEC Radio, plus commercial-free music in addition to comedy, talk, news, and more anywhere you go. Visit SiriusXM.com/college to get started.
All right, Chris Webber, the left-hander, on the mound for Texas A&M, 4-1 with a 3.34 ERA this year, 56 and 2/3 innings worked, 73 Ks, 18 walks, an opponent's batting average of .256. The Aggies really like him. He's been a primary midweek starter for Texas A&M. Let's take a look at our Piedmont Healthcare injury update for the Dogs. Obviously, losing Tucker Bradley and Will Proctor early in the season, for the season, a big blow. Both of those guys will get the medical red shirts and have 2 full seasons left. And everybody else out there except C.J. Smith and DJ, hopefully C.J. will be back and be able to pitch next week in the regional.
Love to have him back. Certainly can use him. Excited to get him back. You know, he was the starting pitcher against A&M last year here at the SEC tournament. I know CJ's chomping at the bit to get back out on the field.
Here's Tucker Maxwell, lefty-lefty. This is fouled off, straight back and out of play. Got the big SEC logo back behind the batter's circle and the warning track. Maxwell wears number 1. He's out of Dawsonville, Georgia, Dawson County High School. The third baseman, Coleman, is way off the line, left on left. That's a sweeping strike over the outer portion. 0-2. Mitch Gaspard coaches at first. Mitch has been a great addition. Of course, lost Pete Hughes, who is now the head coach at K-State. Scott Daly coaching at third. Here's the 0-2. Way outside. 1-2 the count. Honer, the catcher. Frizzell, Blom, Shoemake, and Coleman first to third around the horn. Blake, Deloach, and Dukoff left to right in that A&M outfield. 1-2 to Maxwell. Weber's pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Honer will have to throw to first. That's a K2-3. And by the way, just peeking ahead to tomorrow, for the loser of this one, you got the early game again, so that's 10:30 East. For the winner, you play at 5:30 East. Boy, and what a draw. You got Georgia battling Texas A&M, and then you're going to have Arkansas and Ole Miss on the other side.
We know at some point tomorrow we're either going to play Ole Miss or Arkansas.
Holy smokes. What a half. Here's Riley King. There's a slow roller foul, third base side. No score, Georgia and Texas A&M. King having a sensational sophomore year, batting .307, 8 homers, 42 RBIs. He's hit safely in 4 straight. Pretty much everybody in the lineup's got at least a 3-game hit streak. It was a bonanza against Alabama as that pitch misses down and away. Riley had 5 home runs in SEC play. Weber, lefty on righty, his 1-1. Swing and a foul tip. Yeah, a lot of times, particularly in the tight games here, even though the wind's blowing out, this is usually a game that's not determined by homers, but it's the gappers. You see a lot of doubles and triples in this ballpark. Outfield spacing, extremely important. Weber's 1-2, bounces up there.
They had a guy last year who actually I think had played for Coach Hughes at at Oklahoma, his last name was Andritsis. He ended up hitting 2 home runs against us.
Yeah, he was a good hitter.
Yeah.
2-2 to King. Weber's pitch bounced foul. That got his foot. Well, the count remaining 2-2. The Aggies with Shoemake, an outstanding shortstop. Blom, a fine second baseman. Wind really pushing out, and all the crowd huddled in under the overhang. Here's a 2-2. Swung on and missed. He struck him out. Well, Weber really does have good stuff. Well, they project him to be a weekend starter. 6'4", 210 out of Bourne, Texas, and Bourne Champion High School. I'm guessing athletics are a very important part of the curriculum there. I'm just picturing Friday Night Lights and John Voight with a statue. Little Varsity Blues, Bud Kilmer. Here's Aaron Shunk, All-American candidate. He's hit safely in 12 straight. Shunky takes a strike.
By the way, Andrissis had to retire because of a wrist injury, so he not able to play and finish out his career this year.
Shunk with a 343 average, just out of the top 10, 11 homers, 44 ribbies. Pops this one up into shallow center. DeLoach coming on. He will make the catch, and the side is retired. 3 up and 3 down as we head to the second. No score. Dogs and Aggies on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Coach Kirby Smart here. Let's talk about the official healthcare provider of the Georgia Bulldogs, Piedmont Healthcare. Piedmont makes sure that our dogs are playing their best, and they're also there for the times they're not. But you don't have to be a college athlete to get bumps and bruises. With urgent care, same-day appointments, virtual visits from your smartphone or desktop, and Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, they've got the care you need when you need it. Booking an appointment is only a click away. So for game day and every day, get better at piedmont.org/UGA.
At PT Solutions Physical Therapy, we're proud to be an official partner of UGA. In sports, getting to the next level takes lots of talent and lots of work. At PT Solutions, we believe that every young athlete deserves the opportunity to chase his or her dream. That's why you'll find our therapists and trainers on the fields and sidelines at every level, helping athletes stay healthy and be at their best. We hope you'll visit us at over 40 Georgia locations or at ptsolutions.com.
This is Georgia Baseball on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Let's go back to the booth.
All right, we are scoreless heading to the second. The Aggies will have Coleman, DeLoach, and Dukoff do. And we're chatting with Dave South, the longtime voice of the Aggies, and for A&M, a lot of similarities to Georgia. Excellent pitching, good defense. Georgia's played great defense. The Dogs have had timely hitting and have shown the ability to win high-scoring games. A&M, you mentioned the retirement there of one of their top hitters. And their regular right fielder from last year, Logan Foster, he was a 300 hitter, not in the lineup. Dave said he just couldn't hit a curveball this year. So yeah, that's a guy who was a 5-hole hitter from them who has just had a tough go. So they're trying to find some answers. And here's Hunter Coleman, the designated hitter. He got the start at first yesterday. Coleman hitting .215 with 3 homers and 12 RBIs. Here's a pitch. Misses inside at the belt. It's 1-0. The Dogs are in red, the Aggies in those road grays. Elliott into the motion. Here's his 1-0. Swing and a foul tip. Just a hot day. You know, this is the time of year, DJ, pretty much from now until early October, you don't really need to look at the weather. It's going to be hot and it might rain late in the afternoon.
Boy, we've had some weather conditions this place over the years.
Holy smokes. 1-1. Hit him. Pretty much everything except for snow.
Well, the Aggies get the leadoff man on for the second inning in a row.
Georgia dodged a bullet in the first as Shoemake doubled on the first pitch of the game.
Yeah, the key at bat there was getting Blom to pop out. That was the first out of the inning.
And here's Zach DeLoach. DeLoach, left-hand hitting center fielder, batting .208 this year with 3 home runs and 14 RBIs. DeLoach hit .264 as a freshman last year. Righty against lefty. Elliott's pitch misses away. And I think he's an example with the analytics and everything. Remember, DeLoach, he was the freshman of the week 2 or 3 times coming out of the gate.
Yep.
Was leading the league in hitting. But those scouting reports get around in a hurry.
Scouting reports get around. You hit that wall there a little bit.
So he's had a tough go at the plate. DeLoach, a good ball player, really runs well. Coleman's at first. Here's the 1-0 from Elliott. This is sliced down the left field line, just foul. That's the type of ball that makes a difference here in the SEC tournament. If that gets down, it's guaranteed to be at least a double.
Now, DeLoach hit third for them in the game yesterday against Florida, and he went 0 for 3, but he did walk twice.
Well,
but like I said, hitting just .208 on the year.
So they've got that leadoff man on, little AC/DC cranking her up.
I approve of the music so far today.
From the belt, Elliott is 1-1. Called strike on the outer half. Yeah, the first game in the tournament yesterday, A&M beat Florida 8-7, went extra innings, getting things moving at a brisk pace. Where this tournament's a grind, it's Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday because you are guaranteed having 4 games, and you're just praying for no rain. Elliott, his 1-2, misses downstairs. I think for Tim, again, not pitching last weekend, maybe having a little bit of rust to shake off. He comes set. Here's 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So Timmy with his first K, and that'll bring up Jonathan Dukoff, the right fielder. Elliott was the starting pitcher for the Bulldogs. On the back end of that doubleheader, wound up getting an O decision, that 10-8 win over Auburn. He has just had a superb season. Well, leadoff man reaches in an empty AB just like in the first. Dukoff hitting .257, 3 homers, 27 ribbies. He's a righty. Elliott from the belt, his pitch, bounced sharply foul third base side.
Dukoff had a huge hit for them yesterday. It was a big 3-run homer in their 4-run 8th inning. That ended up being a wild finish.
Yeah, that put them up by 2. Then Florida came back and tied it.
Got 2 in the 9th. And then A&M won it in the 10th.
In fact, after Dukoff's homer, Elliott looking in, his 0-1 misses up. I went ahead and started writing in the A&M defensive chart. Lo and behold, the Gators scored a couple.
It's like, wait a minute.
Oh, now.
Dukoff had the game-winning hit as well.
That was a heck of a game yesterday. Had a nice ride over. DJ did a great job navigating through Atlanta and Birmingham.
Well, there's only like 2 turns to get here.
This is lined sharply foul third base side. Yes,
take a right in Conyers.
That's just
straight on over.
Straight on. Get on old 459. That's a long run for that ball kid.
But he's loving every second of it.
You bet. 1-2 to Dukoff. Dukoff, Dave told you, one of the heroes yesterday. Hit .273 with 10 ribbies against the league. Pops this one up into shallow left center. Wind going to carry it back some. Maxwell will make the catch.
Wind's blowing out to left this morning, so what looks like a pop-up will actually carry a little farther out than we think. That one took Tucker, about 10 steps in front of the warning track?
That went probably 20 feet further than I thought it did off the bat. Wind really did carry it. And here's Will Frizzell hitting .217 with 2 homers, 18 ribbies. Rob Childress, the head coach for Texas A&M. has led the Aggies to 12 straight NCAA tournaments, College World Series in 2011 and 2017. Elliott's pitch bounces up there. Meadows throw back to first. Close but safe. 1-0 the count. And we can tell you so many phenomenal stadiums in the SEC. I mean, if you had to put the top 6 or 7 stadiums in the country with the atmospheres and everything, I mean, they literally might all be in the SEC, at least 5 or 6 of them. And the Aggies right there, Bluebell Park, swing and a miss, 1-1. We haven't done very well out there, but we've enjoyed all the visits. The atmosphere has been just top-notch. And by the way, there are a lot of Aggies going to be heading to Athens in November. Coleman is the runner at first base with 2 outs. Here's a pitch. That misses low. 2-1 the count to Frizzell. Leadoff hit by pitch. Elliott struck out Deloach. Dukoff flying to center. Elliott comes set. Here's a 2-1. Misses away. 3-1 the count. What a season Tim Elliott has had for Georgia. Boy, the game he pitched at Clemson, just a tremendous performance. Just giving the Dogs pretty much every midweek just 5-6 strong innings. There's a throw over. Went 7+ over at Doug Kingsmore Stadium. Bulldogs have a lights-out rotation. Hancock at 8-2 and Losey at 10-1. Elliott comes set. From the belt is 3-1. Ground ball right side. That's going to get through for a base hit. Coleman around second. He'll make it into third. And A&M has runners on the corners with 2 away for the 9-hole hitter Ty Coleman. And as he comes to the plate, we'll pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. C&I signal there from Frizzell. And the Aggies threatening again as Coleman stands in. Coleman hitting .250 on the year, 4 homers and 30 RBIs. He's the A&M third baseman. Elliott from the belt, righty on righty, looks to third. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss, pulled the string. Texas A&M is a team 39 of 54 running, so you can do the math. They try right at 1 stolen base a game. Frizzell has not attempted a steal this year. He's a runner at first. Coleman is aboard at third, so you got a couple of first basemen on the corners. Elliott from the belt, right on right. Here's a pitch. Comebacker, Tim will spear it and flip underhand, 1-3. Good job, Tim Elliott. No runs a hit, no errors, and 2 left. To the bottom of the second we go. No score. Georgia, Texas A&M here on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
In the Southeastern Conference, we have a healthy appetite for more. More teams and more tournaments, all in the hunt for more hardware. Way more. That means more tackling, shooting, and putting for titles. More diving, cantering, and hurdling for trophies. And we have more national championships where the SEC goes head-to-head with the SEC. Now we'll take what we've earned and turn it into more. Yeah, in the SEC, it just means more.
DP Dough of Athens, located at 180 West Broad Street in downtown Athens, has all your fresh baked calzone needs. Available for pickup or delivery, stop by today to try one of our many fresh baked calzones. Our $6 zone of the day special, or build your own calzone with your choice of proteins, veggies, cheeses, and sauce. Call today for delivery at 706-842-2828 or order online at dpdough.com. And don't forget, we will be making a special DP Dough calzone delivery of the game to our loudest fans in attendance at Foley Field all season long. DP Dough, the original calzone company.
right, welcome back to Hoover. Our buddy The Show tweets in and says their PA is louder in South Carolina. At least they don't have a speaker aimed at us like a bazooka. Thank you, Show. The great Larry Edwards. There's a great American, one of my best buddies. Got us loud and clear down on St. Simon's. I'm sure having a little tomato juice. Our buddy Fireball Rodney listening in Augusta. The great John Parker sending us a big go dogs. And the former Miss Edwards, now Mrs. Dantzler, her third grade class at South Jackson Elementary. They got us tuned in. You kids listen to your teacher, please.
I'd like to say hello to our man Pasty Seth. He's listening in from the Beauville, halfway between Bogart and Watkinsville.
Here's L.J. Talley, smashes this one off the tip of Frizzell's glove. Fielded at second base by Blom. He throws to the pitcher covering in time. 3, 4, 1. What a play by the Aggies.
Heck of a play. They got a great bounce as that one went off the glove of the first baseman Frizzell right to Blom, but good work by Weber getting over there to cover. Looked like he might have stepped on the bag a little bit funny, but I think he's okay.
Holy smokes. And here's Big John Cable. Well, what a weekend he had against Alabama as A&M's going into the shift. They went 5 for 5 on Friday night, drove in 4 runs for Georgia on Saturday, including a 2-run homer as this pitch misses up, lefty on lefty. It's 1-0.
Our buddy Andrew in LaGrange says he loves how they're playing the walk-up songs for the players. Feels like a home game. Guess it does for them, too.
Here's the pitch. That's a strike on the inner half. It's been quite a season here for Big John. Average at .316, 7 homers, 45 ribbies. His average jumped 29 points over the weekend. That pitch, a strike on the inner half. Cable's 30 RBIs in SEC play. That's third best in the conference. And he just had a tremendous weekend. He wound up going 9 for 15 with 7 RBIs against the Crimson Tide as that pitch misses low. There is the beautiful and lovely Tatum Hodge, the coordinator of athletic operations.
Fantastic.
Got to get her title right. She brings us a refreshing smoothie, almost as healthy as the 2 donuts, chicken biscuit, and Dr. Pepper I had this morning. Here's a 2-1 Cable swing and a foul tip. Big John, the transfer from the University of New Orleans. You know, and DJ, he's one of those guys. He'll go down as one of the most memorable one-year players that we've ever had here at Georgia.
You're absolutely right.
Think back to a guy like Chaz Lytle. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That was tough.
And he's a great story of why the grad transfer rule is one of the best rules.
Absolutely.
That's come down the pipe in a while.
Good student, finished up. Wanted to come back, play at home. He's from Roswell. Here's Cam Shepard, who's swinging a hot bat. Shep batting .232, 6 homers, 30 runs driven in. Cam's hit safely in 5 straight. He was 5 for 13 with a homer and 3 doubles against Alabama. Georgia looking for its first base runner. Weber's pitch misses upstairs. It's 1-0. Patrick Sullivan waiting on deck. Well, Sully swinging a hot bat. Again, everybody had an excellent weekend against Alabama. Georgia outscored the Crimson Tide 30-7. Here's a pitch. Popped him up. Shallow left center. Let's see if this wind pushes it around to Loach and Shoemake. Shoemake retreating makes the catch. P6. 3 up and 3 down. 2 in the books. Scoreless at Hoover. Georgia and Texas A&M. SEC tournament on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
You might have heard Coke Zero Sugar has the refreshing, great Coke taste you know and love, minus the sugar and with 0 calories. And you might be thinking, real Coke taste with 0 sugar and 0 calories sounds too good to be true. That's understandable. Some people just don't believe it, until they try it, that is. If you're ready to enjoy delicious refreshment in a whole new way with 0 calories and 0 sugar, pick up an ice-cold bottle of Coke Zero Sugar to try the real Coke taste of Coke Zero Sugar for yourself today.
Termite season is here. Is your home protected? Thousands of Metro Atlanta homes are damaged by termites every year, resulting in thousands of dollars in repair costs. Protecting your home from termites and other pests is simple with Active Pest Control. Active Pest Control has served Georgia communities for over 30 years, and we believe that relationships really do matter. That's why your satisfaction is our top priority. Call us today to schedule a free inspection at 770-954-9941 or visit us online at activepestcontrol.com. Active Pest Control, where relationships matter.
Georgia baseball rolls on. Now more of today's game on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
All right, no score as we head to the third. Top of the order due for the Aggies. It'll be Shoemake, Blom, and Honer. Oh, they've kept the pressure on us so far.
Yes, they have. They've won time of possession here in these first 2 innings, but we're still scoreless. You mentioned Elliott started against Clemson, where he pitched into the 6th inning and had 7 strikeouts, which is his career high, although he's had 7 strikeouts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times in his career. So Elliott has been a terrific part of this rotation, even if it hasn't always been on SEC weekends.
And so he had that one against Clemson at home. The one at Clemson, he was 7 1/3.
That was the one I meant to look at, the one at Clemson where he's terrific there.
So combined against Clemson, he goes 13 innings and gives up just 4 runs as the pitch to Shoemake misses low. And did a great job, got the win against Tack in Athens. Went 7, gave up 5 hits and 2 runs. Shoemake takes downstairs, 2-0 the count.
So the Dogs went 5-0 against Bama and Clemson this year.
Like that? Maybe.
Hopefully that's a little precursor to something.
That'd be nice. I got us beating Bama, then Texas and Ohio State to go 15-0. Here's a 2-0. Slugged foul, third base side. That would be a very happy man. Heads up on that carom coming down.
Yeah, this park is a pinball machine.
Yeah, it is. And we've had to dodge
balls.
it. Dave caught one in his Dr. Pepper. Was that last year, too? Yeah.
Then the LSU lady in the booth beside us was begging for the baseball. I told her no.
Here's a 1-1. That misses away. You're a grown woman.
I had to flip it down to a little kid down below us.
Dogs in Texas A&M. We are scoreless. Top of the third. Shoemake standing in. Elliott is 3-1. Ball 4 high. That leadoff man has reached for a third straight inning. And the old leadoff walk. Some trouble brewing.
Pitched around a leadoff hit batter in the 2nd inning and pitched around a leadoff double in the 1st, but can't keep doing that.
The bottom line is you just have no margin for error, and this is a massive stadium. The Dogs, we just don't score any runs here.
Yeah.
I mean, again, a lot of zeros and ones. Remember a few years ago, Stephen Wren hit a leadoff homer against Ole Miss, and we lost 5-1, and it felt like we could have played into Sunday and wouldn't have gotten a run. As this is bunted by Blom, it's a good one. Elliott, the throw to first. That'll be a sack, 1-3 with Sullivan covering. But again, this is one. There's so much pressure during the year. Hey, guys just need to relax, have fun. Georgia had such a great regular season. Hey, if Georgia wins a couple here, great. If it's 0-2, oh well. I mean, literally, you're over it in about 90 seconds. And you get ready for next weekend. And here's the deal, as Honer stands in, when you're wondering who, what, where, when, and why. Honer digging in. Elliott comes set at the belt. Here's his pitch. That's a strike to the right-hander. On Sunday night, we find out the 16 teams that will be hosting. Georgia will be one of those. And then the national seeds of the entire field are released during the selection show on Monday, Memorial Day.
And Georgia will be one of those.
Yes, indeed. 4 SEC teams, might be 4 of the top 5 or 6, probably along with UCLA.
I think Louisville and maybe Tech will get top 8 national seats. So 6 of the 8 could be SEC, ACC. UCLA will definitely get one.
Maybe Stanford.
Yeah.
Elliott looking in. Nothing and 1 to Honer with Shoemake at second and 1 out. Swing and a miss. Power against power. I'm just tickled, though, that my beautiful wife and her class got us tuned in. My man Vance, he and Cherie, they got us locked in 5 points. Got the old season preview dictionary out. That thing is massive. Here's a 0-2. Misses up.
Who's keeping an eye on Tilly?
Tilly has got Nina, who's one of our student teachers. So Nina's hanging out at the house. You got Carol and Kingsley and the cats.
Yeah.
Full
got
houses.
Her hands full.
Yeah. 1 and 2 to Honer with Shoemake at second and 1 out, top of the third. Scoreless, Dogs and Aggies. The pitch, just misses away. Coach, where was that one?
Wow. Not sure.
Throw strikes, call strikes.
Yep. Come on, Marcus Patillo.
We've got a good symbiotic relationship going with Sean Kinney down there, and I could just feel his blood pressure jump up on that one. When you do what you're supposed to, when in doubt, call strikes. Elliott, the 2-2. Sent foul straight back and out of play. And now even if you get him, that's a couple more pitches going in.
Bird Dog Bottle Company.
Oh, yes. He better get that Baroque at 4 up to Athens for the regionals.
Yes, indeed. Dr. Bill Lampton.
Oh, he's a great man. Elliott. Right on right. The 2-2 to Honer. Just misses inside. Our buddy Alan Carver saying go Dogs. Peter is up in Annapolis, Maryland.
How about that? How about our man Lynn in the Ham?
I love it, Lynn. Down there, my 912 buddy. You got Brian and Tamara listed in. Bobby Young over in Elgin, South Carolina. Great Bulldog. 3 and 2 to Honer. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 swinging.
How about the change on the 3-2?
That was a beaut. Second K for Elliott. Hello to our buddy Jeff listening in down in beautiful Savannah. Harry is screaming go Dogs in St. Louis, Missouri.
Love it.
Now make sure you make your right turns there. Remember the Griswolds ran into some trouble there in St. Louis. Thanks to our buddy James. He's in the man cave out in Texas. And Michael says he's listening in on the app at work and is getting no work done. Thank you very much. All right, here's a left-hand hitting Blake. Talley got him on a great play to end the first and save a run as the pitch misses away to the lefty. It's 1-0.
Strap Dog says, every time JD mentions John Parker, all my friends text me.
Well, we got 2 John Parkers.
That's right. We got our man John Parker, and we've also got our man John Parker, but he goes by Strap Dog.
That's like knowing 2 Bruce Waynes, and then Strap
goes by Batman.
There you go. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. I didn't know Strap's real name for like 7 years. 1-1 the count here to Blake. I'm noticing on their headshots, they must have something on. They got a lot of Tom Selleck fans out there, a lot of mustaches. Runner at second with 2 down. A&M at the plate. It's breakfast with the Bulldogs here at the SEC tournament. Elliott has 1-1. Bouncing ball towards Talley. To his right. Gloves, fumbles, fires. Got him. Little trouble getting it out of the glove, but Talley, money in the bank.
Well, A&M, they got to feel like they have had some chances here and haven't cashed in. They've had the leadoff man on every inning and failed to score.
No runs, no hits, no errors, and Shoemake stranded at second. To the bottom of the third we go. No score here in Birmingham. Georgia, Texas A&M on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
We Dogs are known for always giving 110%, both on and off the field. But no matter how hard we work, we can't deny that getting sick is easy. Luckily, getting care is too. As the official healthcare provider of the Georgia Bulldogs, Piedmont is committed to getting us better. With urgent care, same-day appointments, virtual visits from your smartphone or desktop, and Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, they've got the care you need when you need it. Booking an appointment is only a click away, so for game day and every day, get better at piedmont.org/UGA.
No one comes to the Southeastern Conference looking for less. This is where you gladly step up, sign up, and raise your hand for a heaping helping of more. More ways to challenge and push yourself, more people from more countries to meet and learn from, more opportunities to impact your community, both locally and globally. Oh, we celebrate championships like no other, but that's nowhere close to the whole story. Yeah, in the SEC, it just means more.
Well, a day like this, you just want to get footloose. What a way to start it. Georgia, Texas A&M, little morning time baseball. Game 5 of the Southeastern Conference Tournament here in Hoover, Alabama. No score, Dogs and Aggies, thanks to Cole listing in Athens and to Jacob and to Jerry saying go Dogs. And now Patrick Sullivan will stand in. Sullivan had a magnificent weekend against Alabama. Had 3 multi-hit games. He wound up going 7 for 11, but reached 10 times with 3 walks, had a sac fly and a double. Hits this one high out in the left, and Blake will camp under and make the catch. And fly balls, not going to do it for you here, but very proud of Patrick with that weekend he had, DJ. He wound up hitting .317 in SEC play this year, including that big homer over the weekend.
Yeah, that ball just landed a few minutes ago. I said that last week, but it was a blast. And what a great season Sullivan's had. I thought it was a travesty that he was left off the All-SEC defensive team.
I agree 100%. He should have been there. And here's Mason Meadows. Moose has hit safely in 3 straight, batting .185, 2 homers, 13 ribbies. That pitch a strike. It's nothing. You got to hit the ball on the ground. Hope you get a gapper or 2 here. George had 1 hard-hit ball. Talley really crushed one to start the second off the tip of Frizzell's glove, but it went right to Blom, the second baseman, as Meadows takes a strike on the inner half, 3-4-1. But you've had, along with that, 3 strikeouts and 3 easy fly ball outs. We'll see maybe a little better luck second time through. Third baseman Coleman's hugging the line as that pitch misses outside. And really pushing out the left field. Weber, lefty on righty. The 1-2 came in and hit him. So Moose is aboard. That's Georgia's first base runner.
Well, if it wasn't going to be King getting hit by a pitch, it was probably going to be Meadows.
Well, he hadn't gotten enough physical punishment this year.
Exactly.
Between getting hit in the eye, in the face, and, of course, the normal wear and tear and beatings that a catcher takes. And here's running Randon Jernigan, the speedy freshman left fielder, hitting .243 on the year with a home run and 11 RBIs. That homer came at Auburn. See if Jernigan's laying one down. Coleman is in on the edge of the grass. Weber, lefty on righty. The pitch. He squares and takes high. It's 1-0. Jernigan has had 3 catches this year when he went to the top of or over the wall. The one against LSU, one of the great grabs in Georgia history. And then he had an incredible catch up against the fence of the visiting bullpen in Athens. Weber at the letters. Here's a 1-0. Jernigan bunts. It's a beauty up the line at first. Honer's going to have to hurry. Low throw safe. Frizzell couldn't field it cleanly, and that's Jernigan with that speed putting the pressure on the Aggies.
Should end up being a sack E2, I would think. Or they call it E3. Throw was a little bit low, but Frizzell would probably tell you he should have made the catch there. That was a bad throw. Well, it could have gone either way.
Sure.
But a big break for the Dogs here. And again, A&M, what they're thinking, God, we've had all these chances and we haven't done anything, and now the Dogs get a little something cooking here with the bottom of the order.
Yeah, the 8 and 9 spots aboard with one out for Tucker Maxwell. Maxwell with good wheels. Weber looking in. His pitch. Called a strike on the inner half. Oh, right here, Captain Obvious. This is going to be tough here for lefty-lefty. You want to avoid that double play. Give King a crack against the lefty. See if George can get on the board and draw first blood. Weber from the letters. His 0-1 offering. Hit high out into center field. Deloach will come on and make the catch.
Fly balls just aren't going to do it here.
No, it is a graveyard. And here's Riley King. So yeah, all the outs have been K's or fly ball outs except for the sharply hit ball that Talley had when A&M made a terrific play on the 3-4-1 Blom off the tip of Frizzell's glove with Weber covering. All right, RK. Let's see if this standout sophomore can get George on the board. Outfield playing relatively deep. By the way, errors will kill you in this ballpark. Here's the pitch. Check swing. The pitch missed low. Did not go. Thank you, Jason Bradley. We'll see you at the food court later.
That's right.
Most of the teams stay at the same hotel, the Winfrey. It's also for many years a site of SEC Media Days. Where's our man, the Bramer, tabbed it, SEC Con. Oh, that's a wild one. That was about a 55-footer. That'll get Meadows to third and Jernigan to second. 2-0 to King, and that's going to bring a visit from Rob Childress, the head man who handles the pitching.
I don't think Tom Crean could teach a better bounce pass than that.
Oh, that was right there. Hoder wasn't ready for it. I think you're exactly right for the Aggies. They're sitting here saying, my goodness, had the leadoff man on and stranded 3 in scoring position, and the Dogs 7 up, 7 down, then a hit by pitch and a bunt, E3. Now all of a sudden with the wild pitch, Georgia with runners at second and third and 2 away.
So give us a chance to check the SEC scoreboard. Georgia and A&M scoreless here in the third.
The West was 4-0 yesterday. A&M
domination yesterday by the West.
Aggies beat Florida 8-7. It was a 2-1 game. Ole Miss beat Missouri. As Dave told you, Auburn held off Tennessee 5-3. And then last night, the marathon, LSU 8 and South Carolina 6. So 2 one-run games and 2 two-run games. There's already an LSU fan to our right with his beads on.
The LSU Mississippi State game is the 4th game of the day, and there are already LSU fans here watching this game.
It's going to be rocking. So runners at second and third with 2 away. Weber looking in, lefty on righty. The 2-0 to King. Misses outside, 3-0 the count. See if RK might have a green light special here.
Let's walk him and let Shunk hit.
I'll take that too.
Yes.
Here's the 3-0. Swinging, slow roller towards third. Coleman will glove and throw to first in time.
Good call, Jeff.
A lot of times the problem, though, with the 3-0, you feel like you got to do it. Ouch. Well, the momentum back A&M's way. No runs, no hits. 1 error and runner stranded at second and third. 3 in the books. Goose Eggs, Georgia and Texas A&M scoreless here on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
The Hilltop Grill opened the night David Green hit Michael Johnson at Auburn, sending the Dogs to the SEC title. In the years since, Hilltop has become an Athens favorite, featuring premium steak and seafood. Locally owned, the Hilltop gives you the finest in food without the hassle of downtown. With an open and covered patio, reservations available for all occasions, private parties, and a sensational Sunday brunch. Hunker down and head to the Hilltop at 2310 West Broad. Call 706-353-7667. That's 706-353-7667.
Do you have Georgia Medicaid or Peach Care for kids? Time to feel better about your health care. WellCare has great benefits for the whole family. Choose great doctors from our large provider network. Earn free items with the new improved Healthy Rewards program. Get care and support you can count on. Choose WellCare. It's easy to enroll. Call Georgia Families at 1-888-423-6765 or visit georgiafamilies.com. To learn more about WellCare, call 1-866-231-1821.
This is Bulldogs baseball. Now back to the field.
Welcome back. Jeff Dancer, Dave Johnson, Michael Server with you. Thanks to Jason back in Athens, to Harriet and Craig in Athens, and our friend Alex down in Jacksonville, all saying go Dogs. Well, it's 0-0, and to take you through the next three, the distinguished Mr. Johnston.
The Dogs and Aggies played here last year as A&M won 7-0. Remember, Georgia did take 2 out of 3 from A&M in Athens last year. So this is the rubber game of the 5-game series, I guess. Dogs need to win to help the SEC East out here a little bit. Got off to a rough start yesterday. All the games were close, though.
They were.
But the West prevailed. A&M over Florida in extra innings. Ole Miss beat Missouri, Auburn over Tennessee, and LSU came from behind to beat South Carolina. Here's a DH, Hunter Coleman. Let's see if Elliott can get the leadoff man for the first time today, as this one is fouled straight back. Coleman was hit by a pitch to lead off the second. First time we've heard some Glenn Campbell this year.
Just a little random rhinestone cowboy.
Good with that.
Yeah, I love Glenn Campbell. There's a man who had a great mugshot.
Yes, he did. Rest his soul. Here's the 0-1. That one misses downstairs.
Galveston's my favorite Glenn Campbell song.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Had so many great ones. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Good off-speed pitch by Elliott. So 1-2 now to Coleman. Hunter Coleman hitting .215 on the year with 3 homers. He does have 12 runs batted in. He was the cleanup hitter for them yesterday and went 0 for 4. Here's the pitch. This one's chopped foul, third base side. I'm a big fan. My favorite Glenn Campbell song is Wichita Lineman.
That's a great one, too. I'm a lineman for the county.
Yep.
And I drive the main road in the old Baroque 4 with a canopy lift in it.
That's right. Here's the pitch. This one's hit back up the middle. Shepard to his left, going to throw on. Got him! Behind the bag at second. Shep makes a terrific play. Let's see if A&M will challenge.
He is just incredible. Cam Shepard with a great range and a strike to first. And you talk about run reduction. The tremendous stretch from Patrick Sullivan.
That is going to be close.
It's going to be hard to overturn.
Let's see it in slow motion and see what we get here.
Gosh, what a play.
All right, the ball.
He's out.
He got him. I think on that angle, he got him.
He is out. Well, go ahead and put about 4 or 5 stars next to that one.
Still know if they're going to be able to overturn that one. That might have been another one where, had he been called safe, it might stay safe.
He is as good as George has had with the glove. And that was one of his best plays of the year. The slow roller. He goes behind the bag at second to the other side. Yeah, he's out. What a stretch by Sully there.
By the way, calls are reviewed in Birmingham, which is where we happen to be. Actually, we're in Hoover, but for the tournament, normally they're at the league office in Birmingham, but they're actually being reviewed here at the stadium. There's a booth down the way from us. What a great play as they do confirm him out. And that's what it takes to get the lead off, man.
Yes.
So they are now 1 for 4, or 3 for 4 now getting the leadoff man on.
Well, our buddy
Cam Shepard, unbelievable.
Incredible. Our buddy Dave South, the voice of the Aggies, his lovely wife is in the booth with him, and she just looked over and gave me the outside.
Yeah.
So even when the Aggies acknowledge it, but I mean, Cam's had so many great plays, but that's at the top of his list.
So that'll bring up the center fielder, Zach DeLoach. Left-handed hitter who struck out his first time against Elliott. Here's the pitch. That one misses low, ball one. Well, you know what'll happen, don't you? They don't get the leadoff man on, they'll score.
That's right.
That's baseball for you.
That is baseball.
Deloach hitting .207 with 3 homers on the year as the pitch misses downstairs, ball 2. As a team, Georgia's hitting .275, A&M .253. And in conference play, the Aggies hitting .235. Now the pitch. This one's lined out to center. Coming on is Maxwell. He'll make the catch for out number 2.
We've talked a lot about the outfield defense so far. We hadn't seen this come into play, but here's where those outfielders have to be extra careful, too. If there's that sinking liner, if you gamble and dive for it, boy, if you don't make the play, and there's so much separation here, your teammate's not going to be able to get there to back you up. Now, you could easily see a triple or an inside-the-park home run here. And they're watching people cook bacon on television.
LSU fans.
There you go.
Tailgating out in the parking lot as the pitch to Dukoff is in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Senior right fielder flew to center his first time.
I'm surprised that guy from Duke didn't fit well with the folks in Red Stick.
This one's line foul. Watch out down there at the tarp there. The young bat boy looks like he's okay. I love how third base umpire Scott Klein going out to check on him. And so is Aaron Shunk. That ball got up on him quickly. Look at that. That is great to see. Hopefully he's okay.
Yeah, Shunky and Scott Klein over there to check on him. Got a nice pat on the head. What a great piece that our buddy Chris Gilmore did with Shunky and his best buddy, our man Peyton Duval. Was that not a terrific feature,
awesome.
DJ?
Holy
awesome. Smokes. What a great job.
The epitome of what it's like when you're a little guy and these baseball players, these student athletes, heroes to them. This one's hit foul first base side out of play. And by the way, Dukoff here at the plate, he is a very interesting story as well. Started at Baylor, then ended up at, then went to Houston Baptist, then transferred to A&M last year. During the offseason, went to urgent care. He thought he had a hernia. It turns out lymphoma. Swing and a miss. Dukoff down on strikes, but it's in remission, and that is great to see. As Elliott has a 1-2-3, 6 in a row set down. As we head to the bottom of the 4th, no score on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Hear whatever you love, wherever you love to listen. Get SiriusXM in your car, online, on the app, or at home on connected devices now with new subscriptions as low as $5 a month plus fees. See offer details at SiriusXM.com/college. Hear college sports coverage on SiriusXM SEC Radio, plus commercial-free music in addition to comedy, talk, news, and more anywhere you go. Visit SiriusXM.com/college to get started.
You couldn't miss that wedding, birthday party, or whatever event you felt obligated to attend. So you missed the game. And more importantly, the game program. Not to worry. IMGProducts.net has got you covered with official programs and yearbooks from many of the nation's top schools, plus conference and NCAA championships. Visit IMGProducts.net to browse the hundreds of publications available. IMGProducts.net. We've got you covered.
Hey, you can show your love for Georgia baseball with officially licensed Bulldogs merchandise from the G-Shop at GeorgiaDogs.com. And for the best selection of Bulldogs baseball gear, including jerseys, T-shirts, hats, and collectibles, check out the G-Shop at GeorgiaDogs.com. It's a Fanatics experience. It'll be Shunk, Talley, and Cable due up here for the Dogs. Bottom of the 4th, no score here at the SEC baseball tournament at the Hoover Met here in Alabama. Oh, yeah.
The Beasties.
Clemson lost to Boston College last night. Florida State lost to Wake Forest. So those were not good losses. I would say Florida losing and Missouri losing also hurt them as well, as the pitch to Shunk misses high, and it's 1-0.
I've got a feeling there, DJ, that it's either both in or both out with Florida and Missouri. And I don't see how you could put Missouri in over Florida. The Gators just swept them.
Right. As the pitch is called a strike on the outer half. That's why I think if one gets in, it'll probably – and I know the committee won't admit it, but, hey, Florida, they've been to Omaha.
A lot.
They won it all a couple of years ago. Here's the pitch to Shunk. That one misses high. No score here, nobody on. Bottom of the fourth.
I think A&M, that win yesterday, had to lock up a host site for the Aggies.
Yeah, I would think so too, as this one is fouled off first base side. It may come down to A&M and LSU.
Could.
Getting a host site. A&M, though, better RPI, and I guess, well, LSU finished fifth and A&M finished sixth.
They were nipping tucking.
Yeah.
You had that tie in there. That through the stadium.
A&M's tie was against Missouri. This one is lifted out to right. Now a long run, and coming over is the center fielder Deloach to make the catch for out number one. Just too many fly ball outs.
Yeah, Dogs have got to try and find a new tactic here against Weber, who's been really good.
That's 4 fly ball outs and a pop up to short.
Yep. Now, you're just not going to score in this ballpark doing that. And the only ground ball outs have been the sharply hit ball by Talley, and then the 3-0 where the Aggies got King mounts in the third.
Here's LJ, who looks at a breaking ball high, and it's 1-0. How did A&M and LSU do against each other here? A&M took 2 out of 3 at LSU. Nope, I take that back. LSU won 2 out of 3 against them at LSU. Pitches in there for a strike.
And hey, Ole Miss, another team, they could help themselves this week.
Yeah.
But we know the Big Four this year are hosting and are going to be national seeds.
1-1 the count to Talley. Fouled off third base side.
On the other part, David brought it up earlier with Tech most likely going to be a national seed. That means you don't have that pressure like we had so many times in the 2000s of seeing them in the regional, the super.
Talley lifts this one out to center. Coming on and making the catch is Deloach once again for out number 2. Another fly ball out by the Dogs. Georgia still doesn't have a hit. Only had 2 base runners so far. There's John Cable.
Awesome. Wow, I can feel that in my feet right now.
All right, see, here's the problem they have right now with the PA. They've got the volume turned up for as if this place were full. As the pitch to Cable misses inside, it's 1-0. Turn it down just a little.
KYA. Know your audience.
Yeah. And right now, not quite as big of an audience as there will be tonight. As the pitch is in there for a strike, it's 1-1. Cable struck out his first time. He raised his average in the Bama series from 287 to 316.
Incredible.
Breaking ball for a strike, and it's 1-2. That's what happens, though, when you get 47 hits in the weekend.
Yeah, we look, both Cable and Sullivan raised their average 29 points.
Wow.
Over the weekend.
Here's the 1-2. Fastball stays high. 2-2 now to Cable. So since hitting Meadows and Jernigan reaching on the error, 4 in a row have been set down by Weber. And did he go? No, he did not. Breaking ball in the dirt. Getting a little help there from Scott Klein, the third base ump.
And a good job by Cable. At that point, you got to stand your ground because it's like, well, they're going to try and run. Well, then you got no chance.
If you take off, then the third base umpire is going to say you win.
Got to go all in.
Yep. Here's the 3-2. Misses high, ball 4. So that worked out well. That is the first walk allowed by Weber. Third base runner for the Dogs. And again, Georgia still looking for its first hit. Shepard stands in. He popped it short his first time. Cam's hit safely in 5 straight.
See, maybe if he can get a gapper here. I think Cam's got a chance to have a good run here in Birmingham. A lot of area out in right center and left center for him. Boy, and they are, along those lines, DJ, they are way off the line with Blake out and left.
Oh,
Holy smokes.
Well, he could run for days if he hit one down the left field line. As the fastball is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Boy, but the spray charts, Jeff, tell you where they're going to hit it.
Got to adjust. I'll tell you what, this Weber, he's going to be a really good pitcher for A&M.
Looks good so far.
Sure, we'll see him in College Station next spring.
The 0-1 to Cam. That one misses downstairs, and it's 1-1. Weber made his first SEC start last week against Arkansas. He suffered the loss, giving up 6 hits and 5 runs in 5 innings. He did strike out 10 and didn't walk a batter.
Wow. And that's a tremendous lineup.
That is very interesting. Now 1-1 the count to Shep, hitting .231. This one is popped up. Foul territory, first base side, and out of play.
Those young ladies down on the front row ducking for cover.
Yeah. The Romantics.
Yes. Yeah, that's at the PA. It's more of a Romantics level than an AC/DC level. That's what we're looking for.
Yes. What I like about you.
There we go. Little remix in there.
All right, 1-2 to Shep. Cable the runner at first as the pitch misses away. 2-2. Dogs are 0 for 4 getting the leadoff man on. Still don't have a hit here. No score, bottom of the 4th. Georgia, the home team. The 3 seed in the tournament. Here's the pitch. This one is line foul, third base side.
I like what Cam's thinking right there. They do have, with Blake over so far in the alley, they do have Coleman hugging the line at third. But that would be the sweet spot, as DJ said, if he can get one down that third base line.
And with 2 outs, Cable will be running on contact. The 2-2 coming up again. The pitch, swing, and he just got a piece of it, fouls it back.
There's just so much real estate to cover this outfield. If you can do the old hit them where they ain't, you can run for a long time.
Yes, indeed. Let's see if we've made it to 80 degrees yet. It was 76 at first pitch. And still says we're sitting right around 77, 78. And it's still 2-2 to Shep. The pitch. This one's chop foul, third base side. But here's the thing. The 2-out walk to Cable. This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. And you know A&M's still mad not getting the strike called on that check swing.
Yes. And they feel like they should have at least one on the board, I'm sure.
So driving that pitch count up. We'll do the 2-2 again. That one misses away, and a payoff pitch coming.
Good at bat.
Yes, indeed. So Cable will be going here on the 3-2. They're going to hold him. Weber, the freshman, the lefty, looking in. By the way, their entire roster, except for a couple, is from Texas. Stunning. Here's the 3-2 to Shep. This one is lifted out to right, coming on and making a diving catch is Dukoff to Rob Shepard. Well, what do you do?
Boy, that's one, too, with Cable running on contact there. If that ball gets down, I think he's got a great chance to score. That's a terrific grab.
Well, the Dogs got a 2-out walk, but that was it. No runs, no hits, no errors. A man left. We head to the 5th. Still scoreless here on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Coach Kirby Smart here. Let's talk about the official healthcare provider of UGA Athletics. Piedmont Healthcare. Piedmont makes sure that our dogs are playing their best, but we know you don't have to be a college athlete to get bumps and bruises. With urgent care, same-day appointments, virtual visits from your smartphone or desktop, and Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, they've got the care you need when you need it. Booking an appointment is only a click away. So for game day and every day, get better at piedmont.org/UGA.
Termite season is here. Is your home protected? Thousands of Metro Atlanta homes are damaged by termites every year, resulting in thousands of dollars in repair costs. Protecting your home from termites and other pests is simple with Active Pest Control. Active Pest Control has served Georgia communities for over 30 years, and we believe that relationships really do matter. That's why your satisfaction is our top priority. Call us today to schedule a free inspection at 770-954-9941 or visit us online at activepestcontrol.com. Active Pest Control, where relationships matter.
You're listening to Bulldogs Baseball. Now back to the stadium.
All right, back here at the Hoover Mets. Georgia and A&M scoreless as we head to the fifth. Georgia Baseball brought to you by Piedmont Healthcare, the official healthcare provider for the Bulldogs. It'll be Will Frizzell, the first baseman, the number 8 hitter in their lineup, due up. Rob Childress is the Texas A&M head coach in his 14th season with 576 wins. He is a pitching coach and a pitching coach extraordinaire, Rob Childress. So Frizzell singled his first time up. One of 2 hits in the game. Texas A&M has them both. And now time call. Tim Elliott has set down 6 in a row. Now the pitch to Frizzell. Breaking ball just misses, ball 1. Frizzell hitting .223 with a couple of homers and 18 runs driven in. Now the pitch. This one is hit on one hop to Shunk, knocks it down. Going to throw on to first, got it. Terrific play by Shunk as that one got up on him quick. It kicked away to his left. He didn't panic. Also helped that he had the slow-footed Frizzell running, and Shunky makes a big defensive play.
Yeah, just getting your body in front of it. We talk so often about how tough it is to catch in this league. Third base, the second toughest position to play. And Shunky played up even with the bag. That ball got up on him in such a hurry. And then you got the great wall over there with the long stretch, so you can really cut it loose.
Here is the third baseman, Coleman. Hits a one-hopper to Shunk, who was playing even with the bag. Charges in, fields it, throws to first. Out number 2. 3 pitches, 2 outs.
Well, we were talking with our buddies Cabell Philpott and Paul Roper in with Dave South. And what about this Georgia? Well, the infield's really good. Well, LJ, Cam, and Shunky have already made great plays. Trying not to jinx anything.
So that'll bring up the top of the order, the shortstop, Braden Shoemake. Here's the pitch from Elliott. Fastball for a strike. And it's 0-1. Shoemake doubled to lead off the game. He was stranded at third. And he walked to lead off the third, and he was stranded at second. This one's hit foul. Third base side. 0-2 to Shoemake. Braden Shoemake out of Wiley, Texas.
And he is a big-time player. Really came onto the scene as a freshman.
Hitting .317, 6 homers, 46 RBI. Swing and a miss at a high fastball.
Oh, Elliott's just getting stronger and stronger. And he is setting down 9 in a row with great defense behind him.
4th K of the afternoon for Elliott. And he did that 1-2-3 inning in 6 pitches. All right, we're halfway home. We head to the bottom of the 5th. No score on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Before or after the game, come enjoy a great view of 5 Points from the covered deck at Marker 7 Coastal Grill. Walking distance from Foley Field at the corner of Lumpkin and Millage, you can find some of the best seafood north of St. Simon's. Oysters on the half shell, fish tacos and shrimp baskets with fries and coleslaw will get you started. For the land lovers, we've got you covered with our club, Reuben, and grilled chicken sandwich. Eating healthy? Try one of our numerous salads on the menu. There's something for everyone at Marker 7 in the heart of 5 Points. Plenty of parking available.
In the Southeastern Conference, we are driven by the quest for more. More titles, more NCAA records, but also more renewable energy sources for some of the nation's greenest campuses. For more partnerships with NASA, the NSA, and the UN. For more billions pumped into our state economies, our 14 leading universities know that no matter how much we achieve, we can always do more. Yeah, in the SEC, it just means more.
All right, back here. I'm going to yell.
Hey, by the way,
what do you say? I can't hear you, Jeff.
Our buddy Jeremy Roberts, my great friend from Auburn, says that it is DJ Derek 1 in the house bringing the jams. So DJ Derek 1.
Oh, I see him down there.
Is he in the crowd?
No, he's here. He's to our left.
Okay. Oh, I got you.
Was he the same guy? Where was it? Was it Auburn where they had a... No, it was Kentucky.
He was in the dugout.
Kentucky had a DJ in the dugout before the game.
Yeah, they did.
We wanted him staying there during the game. That would have been fantastic. Oh, my gosh. All right, Patrick Sullivan leading things off here for the Dogs. No score in the fifth. Lines this one out to right, and it's going to be caught by Dukoff. Well, Sully hit that one hard as they had shifted on him. But all these fly ball outs.
No, and great play by Dukoff to Rob Shep, and then Sully hit that one right on the nose, but in the air, it's just not going to get it done here. Yeah, Georgia's lost 7 straight games here in Hoover. The last winning in that great run back in 2011, one of the great stretches in Georgia baseball history. And scoring has been the Bulldogs' biggest bugaboo.
Mason Meadows stands in and looks at strike one. We're in the fifth with no score, and the Dogs don't have a hit.
No, sir.
Meadows hitting 185, and he lifts this one out to center field. DeLoach underneath. He makes the catch for out number 2. So 3 pitches, 2 outs here in the fifth. That'll bring up Randon Jernigan. He needs to bunt.
Yeah, I agree. And I do want to reiterate that Georgia's 6 College World Series teams, 5 of them either went 0-2 or 1-2. But I had a 7-0 loss last year, 3-0 loss in 2017, lost 5-1 in 2016.
Jernigan a swing and a miss at a breaking ball.
Actually lost 5-4 in 2014, but all those runs came late in extra innings. So, yeah, you got a lot of 0s and 1s there, Coach.
Yeah.
Old binary.
The 0-1 to Jernigan. This one is hit on the ground to the first baseman, Frizzell, who makes a nice play backhanding that one. He'll step on the bag. Jernigan, though, tried to shoot it through the right side. Good job there, but a good defensive play by Frizzell. 3 unassisted, 3 up and 3 down on 5 pitches. We head to the 6th. Still no score on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Deepy Dough of Athens, located at 180 West Broad Street in downtown Athens, has all your fresh baked calzone needs. Available for pickup or delivery, stop by today to try one of our many fresh baked calzones. Our $6 zone of the day special, or build your own calzone with your choice of proteins, veggies, cheeses, and sauce. Call today for delivery at 706-842-2828 or order online at deepydough.com. And don't forget, we will be making a special Deepy Dough calzone delivery of the game to our loudest fans in attendance at Foley Field all season long. Deepy Dough, the original calzone company.
You might have heard Coke Zero Sugar has the refreshing, great Coke taste you know and love, minus the sugar and with 0 calories. And you might be thinking, real Coke taste with 0 sugar and 0 calories sounds too good to be true. That's understandable. Some people just don't believe it until they try it, that is. If you're ready to enjoy delicious refreshment in a whole new way with 0 calories and 0 sugar, pick up an ice-cold bottle of Coke Zero Sugar to try the real Coke taste of Coke Zero Sugar for yourself today.
This is Bulldogs baseball. Now back to the field.
All right, we're still scoreless as we head to the 6th. David Johnston, Jeff Dantzler with you. Let's go ahead and pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. All right, they're doing the in-game interview with Georgia head coach Scott Strickland as Tim Elliott finishes up his warm-up tosses. It'll be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters. Blom, Honer, and Blake due up for A&M.
Well, we have got us a good old-fashioned pitcher's duel. As we said with Tim, he didn't pitch last weekend. Aggies played early yesterday, so maybe a little rust for the Dogs to shake off, but Elliott and Weber both looking great.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Tim set down 9 in a row. To the sophomore second baseman, Blom stands in. Fastball misses low and away, and it's 1-0. Bryce Blom, he popped to second his first time, laid down a sac bunt in the third. Now the 1-0 from Elliott. Fastball stays high, and it's 2-0.
Well, this was one of those deals for both teams. You're pitching great. Georgia's playing great defense. The Aggies have been okay defensively. But the first little sign of something going wrong, there's no margin for error.
2-0 pitch coming up. This one is popped up, third base side in the seats.
I mean, right now, if somebody offered me 2 runs, 2 and only 2, I'd take it. I mean, 1 might be enough the way this thing's going.
Yeah, the way things are looking, that's for sure.
Wouldn't you take 2 right now?
Of course. We need a hit.
We've got to get that
first. Of course I'd take 2 runs.
That's right.
Blom hitting .279 with 7 homers on the year. Here's the 2-1. That one misses low and away. It has indeed been a pitcher's duel. The Tuesday games can end up being high scoring because the teams are throwing off. That pitch misses low, and it's a leadoff walk. All right, got to be careful. That's just the second walk allowed by Elliott. And that'll bring up the catcher, Honer, who is 0 for 2. You think he'll be bunting here?
I think so. You got to keep an eye on Blom, too. He is 14 of 15 running.
Yeah.
Georgia's run defense has been superb, throwing out 20 of 55. And remember, Meadows missed a couple of weeks due to injury.
Honer does have 5 sack bunts on the year. Shunk's even with the bag at third, as you would expect. Elliott from the stretch. Here's the pitch. That one misses low, ball 1. He did not square to bunt there.
So, again, as great as Elliott's been, just the way this game's going, you don't feel like you can afford to do anything. So Georgia's got a couple of guys just going to start to stretch a little bit down in the pen.
Elliott's done a fine job. He's had to pitch out of a little bit of trouble. Now the 1-0, nope, going to throw over to first as Blom gets back in there. As Jeff told you, he's got about 40% of their steals this year.
I think he's going to be on the move.
Yeah. And a great number, 14 out of 15. The 1-0 coming up, not going. Georgia had pitched out. Now it's 2-0.
Boy, that is a gutsy pitch-out call on a 1-0. I think the Aggies feel like as they threaten in the first, second, and third with the leadoff man reaching in each of the first 3 innings that this is an opportunity for them to cash in.
Honer hitting .294 on the year. Now Elliott delivers the 2-0. Breaking ball misses high, 3-0. The Dogs flirting with disaster here.
Yes, sir.
Not a cloud in the sky.
Hot day.
And it's only going to get hotter. And it is 11 in the morning here in Hoover. By the way, now it's up to 84. Just warming on up. Here's the 3-0. Misses high ball for first and second, nobody out. Cam Blake, the cleanup hitter, standing in. And Blake has 8 sack bunts on the year, so he might be the cleanup hitter, but he'll be bunting in this situation.
Yeah, he's only got the 1 home run. A lot of similarities between Georgia and Texas A&M. All of a sudden, Tim's having a hard time throwing strikes here in this inning. So Sean Kinney, Georgia's outstanding pitching coach, will come out for a visit.
Let's see, who did you say was loosening up out there for the Dogs?
Can't tell. Just saw a couple of guys stretching.
Yeah, right now, nobody throwing at the moment unless somebody's about to start. I'm sure our man James Williams is making sure everything is good.
Oh, yeah. Keeping it straight.
Yep.
All right, just to reiterate, so let's run through this again. Last year, Georgia lost 7-0 to A&M, 5-4 to Ole Miss. Lost to State 3-0 the year before that. Lost in 16 to Ole Miss 5-1. So 3 of the last 4 SEC tournament games for Georgia. 2 shutouts in 1 game with 1 run scored. Just having a hard time scoring here. And the way Weber's going.
Justin Glover is the lefty out there. And I couldn't tell who the righty was.
And by the way, this bracket is so strong. So win or lose, it is going to be Arkansas or Ole Miss tomorrow.
Yeah.
So whoever comes
Either
up
way,
short here, it's not like you can just go out there and get fat tomorrow.
All right, Blake stands in. He's bounced to second a couple of times. Definitely expecting him to bunt. As the pitch misses away. Oh, A&M bringing the famous cheer.
Boy, Tim just can't find the strike zone right now.
1-0. Now they're yelling ball 6 at him.
Ooh, that is intimidating out in College Station.
Yeah. Not quite as much here, but, yeah, when you're out there and they start chanting that, it is tough. All right, here's the bunt. Gets it down to Elliott. He'll have 1 play, throws on to first. So it's 1-3 on the sacrifice. So A&M with runners at second and third with 1 out. As Blake gets down his 9th sack bunt of the year.
Hey, Georgia's going to have to bring the infield in.
I think so. With the DH Hunter Coleman standing in, and the Dogs are going to bring the infield in. Coleman was hit by a pitch in the second and bounced to short up the middle when Cam made a terrific play that they had to review leading off the 4th. But A&M trying to break on top. They have won the time of possession so far, but still a scoreless game here in the 6th. Infield in for the Dogs. Elliott from the stretch. Here's the pitch, and that hit him. Second time Coleman's been hit by a pitch. And that'll load the bases with 1 out for the center fielder, Zach DeLoach.
I wonder if Georgia might think about going to Glover here with the lefty at the plate.
That might be a thought. The right-hander warming up out there, I believe, is Pasqua.
Yep.
And Georgia is indeed going to make the UGA bookstores call to the bullpen. Coach Strickland is out of the dugout. So the Dogs are going to turn things over to G. Lover. Bases loaded with 1 out. A lefty-lefty matchup coming up on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Get ready for the first pitch at the UGA Bookstore, featuring the best Bulldog gifts and apparel. Shop all the great brands at the UGA Bookstore like Nike, Tommy Bahama, Vineyard Vines, and Southern Tide. The UGA Bookstore is the exclusive home of the UGA 10 collection by Peter Millar. The UGA Bookstore in the heart of campus, next to the Tate Student Center. Shop online 24/7 at UGABookstore.com. The UGA Bookstore, it's where dogs shop.
Before or after the game, come enjoy a great view of 5 Points from the covered deck at Marker 7 Coastal Grill. Walking distance from Foley Field at the corner of Lumpkin and Millage, you can find some of the best seafood north of St. Simon's. Oysters on the half shell, fish tacos and shrimp baskets with fries and coleslaw will get you started. For the land lovers, we've got you covered with our club, Reuben, and grilled chicken sandwich. Eating healthy? Try one of our numerous salads on the menu. There's something for everyone at Marker 7 in the heart of 5 Points. Plenty of parking available.
All right, we're in the 6th. 1 out, bases loaded for A&M. No score. Georgia makes the UGA bookstore's call to the bullpen. Jeff turning things over to junior lefty Justin Glover.
And what a year for Glover. 1-0 this season. The ERA 3.04. 23 and 2/3 innings pitched. 24 strikeouts against 12 walks. And like so many of these Georgia hurlers, a sparkling opponent's batting average of just 163. And where Glover really started making a name for himself this season was on Friday nights following Emerson Hancock. And what stands out to me, after Hancock had his 12 strikeout performance in 7 innings against South Carolina, the overpowering righty left the game. In comes the left-hander, and he promptly struck out the side. And with the injuries that Georgia's had, losing Will Proctor for the season, being without Ryan Webb, the other lefty in the pen, for 7 weeks, Glover has undoubtedly been one of Georgia's most valuable pitchers this season.
Glover pitched a scoreless inning Saturday against Alabama. He threw 10 pitches. He also threw in the Thursday game a scoreless inning in the win over Alabama. 12 pitches in that outing. So let's see if the Dogs can wiggle out of this jam. Bases are loaded with 1 out. A scoreless game here in the 6th. And it's a lefty-lefty matchup with Glover pitching to Zach DeLoach, the center fielder. Glover from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball, and it's 0-1.
Just a nice and easy motion for Justin Glover.
In SEC play, Glover was 1-0, an ERA of 5.40, 10 innings pitched. Blom at third, Honer at second, and this one's hit on the ground to Sully at first. Going to go home for 1. The relay. Did they get him? Yes, they did.
Unbelievable.
A 3-2-3 double play.
And what a stretch by Sully to close it out.
Oh, man.
That's the best first baseman in the SEC.
Again, a travesty that he was left off the all-defensive team. Just a travesty.
What a play, DJ.
No runs, no hits, no errors. 2 men left. The old 3-2-3 double play.
Remember we had said that Talley, Shepard, and Shunky had all made a great play? Well, add Sully to the list. Did a pretty fine job by Mason Meadows as well.
We head to the bottom of the 6th. Still no score on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
The Hilltop Grill opened the night David Green hit Michael Johnson at Auburn, sending the Dogs to the SEC title. In the years since, Hilltop has become an Athens favorite, featuring premium steak and seafood. Locally owned, the Hilltop gives you the finest in food without the hassle of downtown. With an open and covered patio, reservations available for all occasions, private parties, and a sensational Sunday brunch. Hunker down and head to the Hilltop at 2310 West Broad. Call 706-353-7667. That's 706-353-7667.
You couldn't miss that wedding, birthday party, or whatever event you felt obligated to attend. So you missed the game. And more importantly, the game program. Not to worry. IMGProducts.net has got you covered with official programs and yearbooks from many of the nation's top schools, plus conference and NCAA championships. Visit IMGProducts.net to browse the hundreds of publications available. IMGProducts.net. We've got you covered.
All right, bottom of the 6th, no score. And I think that was the first 3-2-3 of the year.
It was. Hey, it's one that Julian Infante made the all-defensive team, and if the argument is, well, he didn't make any errors, well, you got things like range coming into play and number of opportunities. So that's kind of a void argument. And he is just so good. It was a travesty he didn't make the all-defensive team.
Dogs fielding 986 in SEC play as Tucker Maxwell will lead things off here for Georgia. Let's see if the Dogs feel like they got a little bit of new life here. Georgia's still looking, though, for their first hit of the game as Maxwell ahead in the count now, 1-0. T-Max hitting .236, 10 homers on the year. No score here, bottom half of inning number 6. Just moving right along. The old pitcher's duel. Weber delivers to Maxwell. That one misses, ball 2.
Again, on the air thing, it's like I'm sure Steve DeBerg threw fewer interceptions than John Elway did. But,
yep.
I mean, come on.
Now the 2-0 to Maxwell. That one misses high, ball 3.
All right, got to cash in here. And I think for Tucker, who's struggling a little bit, he's got to have the take on for at least 2 pitches.
He is 0 for 2 here today, a strikeout and a flyout. The 3-0 in there for a strike. T-Max taking all the way. Tucker Maxwell. Now the pitch, the 3-1. This one is popped straight back and out of play.
Just not going to make a living hitting the ball in the air here.
I get asked a lot about, you think Max will come back for a senior year?
He's got the tools.
Yeah. He is 22 years old now. He was draft eligible last year. Here's the 3-2, fouled straight back.
And the thing for Tucker, the scouts love the tools. He's a heck of a center fielder.
Yep.
Good wheels. And as far as the scouts go, they love those home runs. For Georgia, it's a good news, bad news deal.
Yep.
I like Tucker playing the small ball.
All right, the 3-2 again. This one's fouled off, out of play. They've got some activity going in their bullpen. They are a left-handed dominated pitching team, especially with their starting pitching, where over 80% of their starts this year have been by lefties. 3-2 again, fouled straight back.
Well, what a battle.
Maxwell in SEC play this year, hitting just .211, but he does have 4 homers. All right. I don't believe that was supposed to happen.
I don't either. Oops.
Yeah.
Little much.
Yep. All right, 3-2 again, fouled straight back again. So Tucker fighting hard here. 10th pitch of the at-bat coming up.
Boy, Georgia's got a little bit of momentum after that 3-2-3.
Yep.
Tucker could just find his way aboard.
Let's get a little something going. Here's the 3-2. Just missed there. Maxwell able to check his swing. The A&M dugout not happy. What an at-bat by Tucker Maxwell.
This is one of those games for A&M. It probably feels like they should be winning 2 or 3-0. You know what reminds me of, DJ? Flip side, that opener up in Tennessee.
Absolutely.
When they got the 2 runs on the infield single, and we had out-hit them up to that point, like 8-2?
Dominated.
Had
dominated possession.
Dominated the game. It felt like we were winning 5-0. Next thing you know, we're down 2-0.
Yep.
That's probably how the Aggies feel right now.
Will the bunt be on here for King?
I would bet yes.
Let's see. Not squaring to bunt. Nope. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. King, a strikeout and a bounce out. And he bounced out in the 3rd on a 3-0 when Georgia had runners at 2nd and 3rd.
Again, 1 might be enough here today.
Bottom of the 6th, no score. Maxwell gets his lead at first, and Weber will throw that way.
King was starting to square. So I think that's one of those deals the Dogs will sometimes give hitters
Or is he told, like, if he throws to first square,
it's a good call,
just to make him think that you might have been squaring?
The game within the game?
Exactly. He is squaring here, takes the pitch low. Good stop by the catcher, Honer.
Now, Tucker, since that hamstring acted up on him about 3 weeks ago, he's been slowing down the steal game a little bit. He is 19 out of 22, but not a lot of action on the bases these last couple of weeks.
Maxwell has 10 homers and 19 steals. Our buddy Dave McMahon was asking, has Georgia ever had a guy hit double-digit homers and steal 20 or more bases in a season?
Yeah.
We couldn't think of anybody.
No, because Gordon didn't get to 20 steals.
Chris Stowers.
Yeah, it would be a short list for sure.
I think it's a list of 0.
I agree.
Unless Maxwell steals second here. And they're going to throw over again.
And especially when you consider Coach Henderson, the great Billy Henderson, still got the stolen base record. We have traditionally not been a base-stealing team.
Right. And by the way, I know when you see Maxwell's 19 stolen bases, that's definitely impressive. But remember, 8 of those came in a 3-game span.
Sure did.
Where he tied the school record twice of 4 stolen bases in a game.
That was when he was National Player of the Week. He had 3 home runs that week. Our man Christopher Lakos did a great job pushing that one through.
Kings hitting .304 on the year, 8 homers and 42 runs batted in. Now the 1-1. There goes Maxwell, and this one is lifted out to deep center field. But plenty of room for Deloach as Maxwell gets back to the bag at first.
We're a broken record here, hitting the ball in the air.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Fly ball out.
So Georgia was showing bunt, pulled it off, and tried the old hit and run. Well, now do you feel like you're in a spot, even with Shunk up, that you have to try and run with Maxwell?
Yeah. I don't know.
Boy, he went funny into second there, too.
Yes, he did.
Jeez.
I just don't – he might be 80% or 85%. The pitch to Shunk misses high. I don't think Maxwell's 100%.
I agree with you. There was even a play last weekend. You and I kind of looked at each other when he scored. I can't remember if it was Cam or Sully. Somebody had knocked him in, and he just didn't look right when he crossed home plate.
Exactly.
See if Shunky can maybe shoot one through that right side.
Here's the 1-0 to Shunk. Breaking ball misses inside, 2-0. Again, Dogs still looking for their first hit. A scoreless game.
Go back to Rick Honeycutt in 1976. Outdueled
43 years.
Dueled our buddy Mickey Register through a 2-hit.
Shunk hitting .340 on the year as the pitch is called a strike on the outer half. He and L.J. Talley were named to the All-SEC second team. Emerson Hancock named to the first team. Cam Shepard on the All-Defensive team. Cole Wilcox, the All-Freshman team. Patrick Sullivan on the – why aren't they on the All-Defensive team?
Oh, man. What a crime.
Throw over to first again. About a C move there from Weber, just trying to give Maxwell and keep him as close as possible.
It's been just so much fun watching this team play defense all year.
Boy, done it again today, too.
Big time. Big spot right here.
2-1 coming up here to Shunk. Let's see if Weber makes a mistake. Here's the pitch. Fouled straight back. He did.
Yep.
And he got away with it.
All right, dude.
Now, is that supposed to be happening?
Oh, my gosh. That's just a bit much. And Shunk's just looking up here like, can I step back in and start playing?
Yeah.
That's just too much.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible. All right, the 2-2 coming up. Throw over to first again. The old snap throw from the lefty. They're down there laughing like it's just all fun and games. Do we need to send John Cable up to see them?
Oh, man.
Because we will if we need to. You know who we need to send over there? Tony Losey.
Tone Low. Listen, man, You got to turn that noise down.
If I hear your phone ring one more time, I'm going to throw it out of this press box. Now another throw over.
This is horrible. Where the snoring was the best. Now they're going to have a visit.
You know what that was? That was just doing that so they could get the relief pitcher warmed up.
On a 2-2?
We saw LSU make a move South Carolina make a pitching change on a 3-1 last night after the lefty threw behind a batter.
Don't
know that this is a pitching change here. It is 2-2, but still.
And Sean Boland, Georgia's outstanding trainer, bringing out a cup of water for Tucker Maxwell.
Sure, the umpires are thinking, what about us?
No doubt. Little James Brown. That's a good sign.
I like that.
Big Bulldog fan. Dooley's Junkyard Dogs.
Jeff Lewis and Prince Charles.
Yep. 33.
Well,
the magic number.
Yeah.
On a bad day. Hey, Prince, you want to stick a gum?
All right. The 2-2 coming up to Shunky. And again, they throw over. They just had a mound meeting so they can throw over.
This is horrendous.
Yeah. This is why people are falling away from baseball.
Well, there's been about 4 minutes since we've seen a pitch thrown.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Eventually, Weber will throw a pitch. Here he goes. There goes Maxwell. And he'll be safe as the catcher, Honer, dropped the ball as he was about to make the throw. Stolen base for Maxwell, and he's in scoring position as the pitch misses.
Number 20 for Tucker. He got a great read on that one. I think that little exchange there, some of the neutral fans are all of a sudden Georgia fans after that just, oh, my gosh, that delay.
So Tucker Maxwell, we think in a club at Georgia nobody else is in. Double-digit homers and 20 steals. And this one's hit over on the right side of the first baseman, Frizzell. He'll beat Shunk to the bag as Maxwell goes to third. So 3 unassisted, and that'll bring up L.J. Talley. Talley almost had a hit in the second as he hit one hard to the first baseman, Frizzell. It kicked off his glove right to the second baseman, Blom, who was able to throw to the pitcher covering the bag.
Oh, LJ handles a lefty as well. Now with that runner at third, I think LJ is going to get at least one good pitch to hit here. They have to be careful nibbling because the wild pitch factor.
So runner at third with 2 outs.
We need a hit and a run.
Bad. And badly. And the bunt there was on. He takes the pitch for a strike, and it's 0-1. Of course, with 2 outs, the old safety squeeze doesn't do a whole lot for you.
Just trying to shake him up a little bit.
Give him a little something to think about. Maxwell at third. 0-1 to Talley as that pitch is called a strike, and it's 0-2. Breaking ball there. So LJ in a hole. 0 for 2 today, hitting .343. He is Georgia's leading hitter. Now the pitch. That one misses in the dirt, and it's 1-2. Talley has an 11-game hitting streak he's trying to extend. Shunk has a 12-game hitting streak that he's trying to extend. And Shunk has reached base safely in 23, trying to extend that. Talley in 19.
About a wild pitch.
I'd take it right now. Here's the pitch to Talley. Cold strike 3 on the inner half. Well, Weber saved his best, I think, for that at-bat, that sequence right there.
That was a money pitch, wasn't it?
That's his 4th strikeout. And that'll do it for the Dogs here in the 6th. No runs. No hits, no errors, a runner stranded at third. We head to the 7th, still no score on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Before or after the game, come enjoy a great view of 5 Points from the covered deck at Marker 7 Coastal Grill. Walking distance from Foley Field at the corner of Lumpkin and Millage, you can find some of the best seafood north of St. Simon's. Oysters on the half shell, fish tacos and shrimp baskets with fries and coleslaw will get you started. For the land lovers, we've got you covered with our club, Reuben, and grilled chicken sandwich. Eating healthy? Try one of our numerous salads on the menu. There's something for everyone at Marker 7 in the heart of 5 Points. Plenty of parking available.
You know, Georgia peaches don't just come from Georgia. They come from farms in Georgia, worked by farmers, working hard to cultivate the crops that drive the state's economy. That's why Georgia Farm Bureau cultivates farmers with support through advocacy and benefits that save families money, like home and auto insurance. Join online for just a couple bucks a year. Easy as peach cobbler.
This is Georgia Baseball on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Let's go back to the booth.
All right, back here at the Hoover Met, David Johnston and Jeff Dantzler along with you. Scoreless Georgia and Texas A&M as we head to the 7th. And here's JD to take you home.
Thank you very much, DJ. What a pitcher's duel. Well, my buddy Jeremy from Auburn and Chris from Alabama listening in. Got a lot of folks out there in the Twitterverse to say hello to. Running Racing Dog Suker fan. He's a great one. Our buddy Andrew. Evil Jake from. Thank you, Evil Jake. Hey, we love being on the parody accounts. Here's Dukoff standing in. Glover, lefty against righty. Dogs and Aggies are scoreless here at the top of the 7th. That pitch is strike. It's 0-1. Leslie saying go Dogs. Patrick listening during lunch. Thanks to Bo saying we're making the workday go faster as that pitch misses away. Thank you, Strapper. 10 stars on the play by Sully. Yeah, Jeff, we don't know what the deal is with the iPhone wrap. Thanks to Kyle as this pitch is fouled off first base side. Trey just said he walked in to get some lunch in Alexandria, Virginia, and was back in his truck and didn't miss a pitch during that sequence with all those throwovers as Glover misses low. It's 2-2.
Yeah, that wasn't good.
That was not good at all. Dukoff has flown to center and struck out. Well, Glover came in. George had the infield in. Bases loaded, 1 out. Sully to Moose to Sully. 3-2-3 twin killing. This is hit high out into center. Maxwell, edge of the track, on the track, makes a catch. That ball is a homer in maybe every stadium in the conference.
And it might be a homer 3 hours from now.
It could be. And here's Will Frizzell, who singled in the 2nd. He was robbed on a great play by Shunt to start the 5th. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error, Aggies. No runs, no hits, no errors, Georgia. Left on left, the pitch misses down and in. It's 1-0. Here's the pitch. That misses downstairs. 2-0 the count. Georgia and Texas A&M. These two met in the SEC tournament last year. The Aggies won, as DJ told you, 7-0. 2-0 pitch. Pop foul back this way after Georgia took 2 out of 3 in the regular season. Now, next year, our travel will be on the old aeroplane going to Mizzou, which is just not a good trip with that embarrassment of a press box. Here's a 2-1. Called strikeout after. We're going to A&M and Arkansas next year. Great stadiums, but those old Southwest Conference schools, not an easy drive. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. G. Lover pulling the string.
That is strikeout number 5 for the staff. By the way, Elliott's final numbers, he went 5 1/3 scoreless. He gave up 2 hits, he walked 3, and struck out 4, and threw 83 pitches.
Good job by Elliott, and a great job by Glover in relief here as Ty Coleman stands in. 9-hole hitter, takes a strike, 0-1. Well, Glover really looking sharp. I told you Darren Pask with the righty up in the pen. I want to emphasize something that Coach Strickland told us in the pregame show as this pitch is hit high out into left field. Jernigan, the freshman, will make the catch. Wynn played a trick or two with that one. The old F7, 3 up and 3 down. He said, we're going to try and win every game, but we're not going to do anything to jeopardize or stretch the pitching looking ahead to next week. It is 7th inning stretch time. We're in Hoover, Alabama. There is no score, and the Dogs are being no-hit. It's the Dogs and the Aggies in the SEC tournament on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Coach Kirby Smart here. Let's talk about the official healthcare provider of UGA Athletics, Piedmont Healthcare. Piedmont makes sure that our dogs are playing their best, but we know you don't have to be a college athlete to get bumps and bruises. With urgent care, same-day appointments, virtual visits from your smartphone or desktop, and Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, they've got the care you need when you need it. Booking an appointment is only a click away. So for game day and every day, get better at piedmont.org/UGA.
In the Southeastern Conference, we have a healthy appetite for more. More teams and more tournaments, all in the hunt for more hardware. Way more. That means more tackling, shooting, and putting for titles. More diving, cantering, and hurdling for trophies. And we have more national championships where the SEC goes head-to-head with the SEC. Now we'll take what we've earned and turn it into more. Yeah, in the SEC, it just means more.
Welcome back. You have to answer Dave Johnson, and complete with mid-inning entertainment, the great Michael Serber, as Big John Cable will step to the plate. Boy, that sounds great. Big John with a walk in the 4th. 1, 2, 3, 4 dogs have reached. 2 walks, a hit by pitch, and a sack and an E. Left on left, they're in the shift. Cable takes a strike. It's 0-1.
Weber has thrown 84 pitches. He threw over 100 last weekend, the first time this year he's done so.
Cable pops this one up into shallow right center. A quartet of Aggies converge, and it's caught by DeLoach in center. Did we mention fly ball out's not going to get it done here?
Nope, too many of those, and that's why Weber has a no-hitter right now.
You give him a lot of credit. Here's Cam Shepard, who popped to short to end the 2nd and flew to right to end the 4th as Dukoff made an incredible diving catch. And that's one, if he does wind up with a no-hitter, that's the play they'll probably look at. So the Camerai standing in at a Peachtree Ridge. Just made a spectacular play at short earlier today. Here's a pitch. That's called a strike on the outer half. 0-1 as Hunter Coleman led off the 4th. Hit a bouncing ball behind the bag at 2nd. Shep gloved it, twirled, and fired to 1st. The infield has been incredible for Georgia here today. Here's a pitch. Shepard hits this one sharply. Shoemake behind the bag at 2nd. The Aggie shortstop fires to 1st in time, 6-3. That was one of the best hit balls Georgia's had. Here's Patrick Sullivan, who lined sharply to right last time up. That was leading off the 5th inning. He flew to left to start the 3rd. Rick Honeycutt no-hit the Bulldogs back in 1976. He scored the only run in the game, and Georgia had a great performance from Mickey Register. It was 1-0 Tennessee win. The no-hitter is in play here. Let's see if Sully could break it up. Weber's pitch called a strike on the outer half.
Sandy Dieter says she and Ted and Terry eating wings and waiting on a hit.
Come on now. Here's the pitch. That misses down and away. Thank you so much to Jeff. Josh is listening in up in upstate South Carolina. Will got us on the morning commute out there in Seattle. Right. Here's a pitch. That one misses away. And Sandy, you look after Ted and Terry. That's trouble right there. Dogs and Aggies scoreless. A&M has out-hit Georgia 2-0. We're in the bottom of the 7th. 2 outs, bases empty. The 2-1 to Sullivan's called a strike on the outer half. Well, everybody had a long hit streak. Georgia had 47 hits and 30 runs against Bama. Woo! Sully's hitting 3 in a row. Here's a pitch. Hit sharply foul, third base side. Tell you, of all the great defensive plays Georgia's made, that 3-2-3 might be in the top 10 this year.
Oh, easily in the top 10.
That's where you consider the circumstance.
I was going to say, thinking of the stage.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Sully. Weber's pitch misses down and away. 3-2 the count. Third baseman Colvin is way off the line. Meadows waiting on deck. Georgia has a hard time scoring in this tournament. Payoff pitch hit down the left field line. Tailing foul and out of play. 3 of the last 4 games played by Georgia here. 2 shutouts and a 1-run loss, and that was with a homer on the first at bat of the game from Stephen Wren. And now 7 scoreless here. Left on left, Weber looking in. Here's a pitch. Sit foul, third base side. Heads up on the carry. Georgia and Texas A&M. The winner will play tomorrow at 5:30 East, 4:30 Central against the winner of the Arkansas-Ole Miss game, which will follow ours. Here's the 3-2. Hit high out into right. Dukoff makes the catch, and the side is retired.
And I believe that was pitch 99.
How about that? 3 up and 3 down as we go to the 8th. Scoreless. We're in Birmingham. Chris Weber's throwing a no-hitter. Georgia and Texas A&M in the SEC tournament. Dogs looking for some offense. Got to roll up another 0 first as Billy Squire takes us home here on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
DPDO of Athens, located at 180 West Broad Street in downtown Athens, has all your fresh baked calzone needs. Available for pickup or delivery, stop by today to try one of our many fresh baked calzones. Our $6 zone of the day special, or build your own calzone with your choice of proteins, veggies, cheeses, and salts. Call today for delivery at 706-842-2828 or order online at dpdo.com. And don't forget, we will be making a special DPDO calzone delivery of the game to our loudest fans in attendance at Foley Field all season long. DPDO, the original calzone company.
Termite season is here. Is your home protected? Thousands of Metro Atlanta homes are damaged by termites every year, resulting in thousands of dollars in repair costs. Protecting your home from termites and other pests is simple with Active Pest Control. Active Pest Control has served Georgia communities for over 30 years, and we believe that relationships really do matter. That's why your satisfaction is our top priority. Call us today to schedule a free inspection at 770-954-9941 or visit us online at activepestcontrol.com. Active Pest Control, where relationships matter.
Georgia baseball rolls on. Now more of today's game on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Dogs making the UGA bookstore's call to the bullpen. A superb performance from Justin Glover. He faces 4 batters and goes 1 2/3 because of that double play. He had 1 strikeout, and Zach Christofac coming on. Christofac has had a stellar career and a great season. He's 4-0 with 6 saves this year, 11-3 with 12 career saves. And you know the hit list. Well, DJ, between the wins and saves, he's beaten Tech 3 times, Tennessee 3 times, Auburn twice, Mississippi State, Kentucky, Georgia Southern, Ole Miss, Alabama, Troy in the NCAA tournament, South Carolina, Vandy, Missouri twice, and 3 weeks ago the Florida Gators. Hey, how about adding the Aggies to that list here
today?
Say,
there's a team missing.
Now here's the thing too with this tournament. Here's where it can get you in a game like this. Coach Strickland keeping in mind what he talked about, managing that pitching. Yeah, you're going to try and win every game, but you don't want to stretch it too far and adversely affect next weekend.
Great job by Glover. He faced 4, retired 5.
Incredible. Here's Shoemake. Christofak's pitch. Misses away. It's 1-0. So scoreless here at the top of the 8th, and Zach Christofak on the mound. He has had an all-star caliber season, and certainly his career, the stuff of legend for the Georgia faithful. That pitch just misses inside. It's 2-0. Like Zach's got the stirrups with the all red at the top with the black and white horizontal circular stripes. Christofak, the 2-0 to Shoemake. That's a strike on the outer half. Shoemake doubled to start the game. First pitch of the game, and Elliott got out of a jam. He walked to lead off the 3rd and struck out to end the 5th. Here's a pitch, swing and a miss. How about that change? Christofak, 5'9", 185, and he is nails tough. Wears his heart on his sleeve. Righty against lefty. Here's a 2-2. Popped out into center field. Maxwell to his right will make the catch. One away. A big hello going out to our Supreme Court Justice Judge John Ellington, JJE. You talk about a plus Dogs fan. Thank you, Judge. Said dogs need some runs.
Need a hit.
Would take a run and a hit right now. That might be enough. Here's Blom standing in. The pitch misses downstairs. It's 1-0.
You can win a game without getting a hit, which that would be fine too.
Yeah, I was just thinking when the Dogs had the runner at 3rd, maybe get a wild pitch and score a run. As that pitch catches the inside corner, have the old 100 for the line score. Run, no hits, and no errors. Oh, you see several new things every season on the diamond. Here's a 1-1. Blom takes a strike. That was wicked on the inner half. Zach Christofak, a ball and 2 strikes to count. The junior out of Walton.
Well, I guess the 2 best pitching teams in the league, so this makes sense.
0-0, top of the 8th. Just misses with a fastball outer half. Oh, the Dogs wanted that one. 2-2 the count. That wind blowing out to left. A scoreless tie here in the top of the 8th. Aggies at the plate. Blom, the 2-hole hitter. Christofak is 2-2. Hit sharply towards 3rd. Great play by Shunk to his feet. Got him.
Wow. Well, all of the infielders today have made a terrific play.
Well, there's a great saying that speech is silver, but silence is golden. And Georgia is doing its talking with the glove here today.
You're absolutely right.
If there was a debate on who had the best infield, well, A&M might win this game, but Sullivan, Talley, Shepard, and Shunk all with sterling plays as Honer stands in. Christofak's pitch misses high. It's 1-0. So if this was football, Steve said they've had the time of possession. They've been on our side of the 50. They've been inside the 10. It is scoreless. There's a strike on the outer half. It's 1-1.
It's that grand circulation of that baseball around the infield.
Yep.
Being touched by everybody, same ball, and it all ends up in the same place. That's Patrick Sullivan's glove.
Breaking ball hit high out into right center field. Here's Maxwell, shy of the track, makes the catch. 1, 2, 3 from Z. To the bottom of the 8th we go. Hey, let's get one here, Dogs. Scoreless. And Georgia's being no hit. We're at the SEC tournament on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
You couldn't miss that wedding, birthday party, or whatever event you felt obligated to attend. So you missed the game. And more importantly, the game program. Not to worry. IMGProducts.net has got you covered with official programs and yearbooks from many of the nation's top schools, plus conference and NCAA championships. Visit IMGProducts.net to browse the hundreds of publications available. IMGProducts.net. We've got you covered.
Whoever said less is more hasn't spent enough time in the Southeastern Conference. Here, it's all about more. More techie, more frenzy, more friendly, more rowdy, more quirky, non-negotiable traditions. More time of your life. More ways to turn 120 credit hours into all kinds of open doors. More of everything the college experience is all about. Yeah, in the SEC, it just means more.
Meadows, Jernigan, and Maxwell do. Dogs will be a no-hit by Chris Weber. We're at the bottom of the 8th. Thanks going out to all our fans listening in. Our man Hendricks Air in Nahunta, Georgia. Bart is out in Mississippi saying go Dogs. Bobby says he's going out in the backyard to try and get us a hit.
Got to change it up.
Change it up. Well, little did Coach Dooley know there were many times listening to Munson what I was wearing, where I was sitting. It had a tremendous effect on the outcome of great Georgia victories. Dog fans everywhere. And if Georgia can get a hit first and a run second. Here's Meadows, who was hit by a pitch in the 3rd. That pitch misses away, and it's 1-0. Mason Meadows, just a tremendous story. As good a catcher as you'll see. Well, the big play today, the 3-2-3 double play, one of the toughest to turn. Meadows bounces this one towards 3rd. Nice play, Coleman. He throws to 1st. Little high. Good stretch there by Frizzell. Oh, 1 down. By the way, Frizzell, he's like Sully's a big target over there at first. 6'5", 225. Good hometown for a first baseman. Rockwall, Texas.
Oh, yeah.
Here's running Randon Jernigan, who reached on a sac E3 back in the 3rd and bounced sharply 3 unassisted to in the 5th. Maxwell waiting on deck. I think Jernigan might try and bunt here. Weber's pitch. He takes down and in. It's 1-0. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error for Texas A&M. No runs, no hits, and no errors for Georgia. Wind blowing out to left. Weber's pitch. Jernigan takes ball 2. Boy, if he could find his way on. Run. Try and steal 2nd, try and steal 3rd. Here's the 2-0. Called a strike on the inner half. 2-1 the count.
Say the nerves are on the pitcher when he's got a no-hitter going, but also the offense too. They want to try and get 3 hits and 1 at bat.
That pitch messes away. 3-1.
Makes it a little tougher as well.
I'm thinking, DJ, just racking my brain between the two of us. Gosh, we've seen every game since who knows when.
Teddy Roosevelt.
Here's the 3-1. Jernigan hits this one sharply into left. It's a base hit. So that'll break up the no-hitter. And running Randon Jernigan is aboard as the go-ahead run.
Let's see if they go to the bullpen here. They got a lefty warming up, Joseph Menifee, a freshman. And on cue, they are going to go to the bullpen. So they were staying with Weber as long as they could because he had the no-hitter.
Good call, DJ. And this is the deepest I can remember a team going against Georgia. What a superlative performance by Chris Weber. And he strikes out 4, walks a couple. He goes 7 1/3 with 1 hit allowed. But Randon Jernigan, one of the fastest players in the SEC, is aboard, and Tucker Maxwell's at the plate. It's a UGA Bookstore's call to the bullpen. We'll tell you about the new Aggies hurler after this timeout on the Georgia Bulldog Sports Network.
Get ready for the first pitch at the UGA Bookstore, featuring the best Bulldog gifts and apparel. Shop all the great brands at the UGA Bookstore like Nike, Tommy Bahama, Vineyard Vines, and Southern Tide. The UGA Bookstore is the exclusive home of the UGA 10 collection by Peter Millar. The UGA Bookstore in the heart of campus, next to the Tate Student Center. Shop online 24/7 at UGABookstore.com. The UGA Bookstore, it's where dogs shop.
The Hilltop Grill opened the night David Green hit Michael Johnson at Auburn, sending the Dogs to the SEC title. In the years since, Hilltop has become an Athens favorite, featuring premium steak and seafood. Locally owned, the Hilltop gives you the finest in food without the hassle of downtown. With an open and covered patio, reservations available for all occasions, private parties, and a sensational Sunday brunch. Hunker down and head to the Hilltop at 2310 West Broad. Call 706-353-7667. That's 706-353-7667.
All right, the new pitcher for Texas A&M, Joseph Menifee, the left-hander, 3-1 with a 2.91 ERA, 47 strikeouts, 12 walks, and 34 innings pitched. An impressive opponent's batting average of 194. This A&M bullpen is very good. Randon Jernigan is aboard. The first hit allowed by Chris Weber, who goes 7 1/3 hitless. What a performance by the Aggies freshman southpaw.
Yeah, one of the best we've seen, and the Dogs just kept hitting fly balls to the outfield. It wasn't like Texas A&M had to make a bunch of great defensive plays or anything like that today. But Weber was really, really good, and he kept Georgia off balance.
He struck out 4.
And walked a couple and hit a batter.
That's exactly right. But like you said, there weren't really great defensive plays. The diving catch from Dukov to end the 4th was the best one made.
Had to make a couple of running plays, but nothing that's going to be in the top 10 on SportsCenter or anything like that.
And the ball tally hit. They got a good bounce. Yeah, basically routine outs, left on left. There's a throw over. Well, they know about running Randon Jernigan, 10 of 13 stealing. Now, the last time he got caught, that was just on a straight pickoff. Dogs got a little momentum. Maxwell digging in, left on left from the letters. Here's a pitch. He squares. The pitch misses up. Maxwell pulls it back. That's ball 1. Kind of like the idea, too, especially with a lefty pitcher. Maybe just give him something to think about. Jernigan with great speed, the runner at first. Maxwell digging in from the letters. Here's a pitch. He bunts it up the line at first. That's going to get down the throw to second in time. That ball hung up a little bit too long. Jernigan had to wait. So that'll be a 3-6 fielder's choice. And here's Riley King. So now the momentum back with the Aggies.
Right fielder number 31, Riley King.
All right, RK is 0 for 3. Everybody's 0 for with the exception of Randon Jernigan. And now Maxwell, the runner at first base, takes his lead. Left on right. Here's a pitch. That misses up to King. It's 1-0. Remember watching a game back in the late 80s, early 90s. Seattle had a kid named Brian Holman, was a young left-hander. He had a perfect game with 2 outs in the 9th and gave up a homer. So he lost the perfecto, the no-no, and the shutout on 1 pitch. There's a swing and a miss. That's pretty rough.
Yeah, that is rough. Baseball can be so cruel.
Yeah, it's a cruel game. Naturally tragic. Too good, too often wins. Menifee left on right. There's a throw over. Maxwell was leaning a bit. He stole a base back in the 6th. His 20th theft of the season. Georgia and Texas A&M, just a good old scoreless game here at the bottom of the 8th. Georgia just broke up the no-hitter from Chris Weber. Now Joseph Menifee on in relief. That pitch is strike on the outer half. So 1-2 now to King. Oh, I'm just seeing that 20 on the season stolen bases. That's just out of the top 10 for Maxwell. There's a throw over. Chaz Lyda with 31, Rodney Bellamy with 30, the great Billy Henderson with 29, Stephen Wren 28, Wendell Tarleton and the great Charlie Trippi 27, Chris Stowers 24, Buddy JT 23, Todd Crade, Wendell Tarleton 22 each. There's another throw over, and Maxwell now with 20. Georgia and Texas A&M are scoreless. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning here in Hoover, Alabama. From the letters, another throw over. I think Maxwell has taken the national lead. Wow. In induced throws over. Got our buddy Frank listening in down in Savannah. Beautiful coastal empire. Probably a little toasty there today. From the letters, another throw over. Where are the crickets? Where's the snoring? Where's the howling wolf?
They love to throw over, that's for sure. Menifee pitched twice in the Arkansas series last weekend and went 4 scoreless.
The count, a ball and 2 strikes to King. Maxwell off to a big lead. There he goes. Swing and a miss. He struck him out to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left. We go to the 9th. No score. Georgia, Texas A&M here on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
We Dogs are known for always giving 110%, both on and off the field. But no matter how hard we work, we can't deny that getting sick is easy. Luckily, getting care is too. As the official healthcare provider of the Georgia Bulldogs, Piedmont is committed to getting us better. With urgent care, same-day appointments, virtual visits from your smartphone or desktop, and Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, they've got the care you need when you need it. Booking an appointment is only a click away, so for game day and every day, get better at piedmont.org/UGA.
You might have heard Coke Zero Sugar has the refreshing, great Coke taste you know and love, minus the sugar and with 0 calories. And you might be thinking, real Coke taste with 0 sugar and 0 calories sounds too good to be true. That's understandable. Some people just don't believe it, until they try it, that is. If you're ready to enjoy delicious refreshment in a whole new way with 0 calories and 0 sugar, pick up an ice-cold bottle of Coke Zero Sugar to try the real Coke taste of Coke Zero Sugar for yourself today.
This is Bulldogs Baseball. Now back to the field.
All right, Dogs and Texas A&M scoreless. Heading to the 9th. Blake, Coleman, and Deloach. Hitters 4, 5, and 6 do against Zach Christopher, who is the 3rd Georgia pitcher of the ball game. And what a game it's been.
3 combined hits. Shoemake led off the game with a double. He was stranded at 3rd. Frizzell got a 2-out single in the 2nd. And then Coleman behind him bounced out to Elliott to end the inning. That's it for them. So we've got the most recent hit.
That was Jernigan with 1 out in the 8th. And Cam Blake will stand in. He was robbed on a terrific play by Talley to win the 1st. Bounced to Talley again to win the 3rd and laid down a successful sacrifice 1-3 in the 6th. That was the big inning as Christopher looks in, righty against lefty from the belt. His pitch misses away. It's 1-0. Aggies had the bases loaded with 1 out. Georgia went to Glover, and Zach Deloach bounced into a sensationally turned 3-2-3 double play. There's a breaking ball strike over the outer half. 1-1 the count. Well, the marquee game certainly tonight, LSU and Mississippi State. This stadium's going to be rocking. There's a liner to Shep it short. He'll spear it. 1 down, and we'll pause 10 seconds for station identification here on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. We have played for 2 hours and 29 minutes. There is no score as Hunter Coleman stands in. SEC tournament Zach Christofak on the mound. His pitch, swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Texas A&M winning in the single elimination opening round 8-7 in 10 innings yesterday over Florida. Game 5 here in Hoover. The pitch, swing and a miss. It's 0-2. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error for Texas A&M. No runs on 1 hit, no errors for Georgia. Elliott, Glover, now Christofak have been tremendous. Weber, no hit the Dogs for 7 1/3. Christofak is 0-2, misses away. 1-2 the count. And Georgia's infield defense has been magnificent. The 3-2-3, the piece de resistance. Here's a 1-2. Just misses Niblick for that outside corner. Can't fully see into the Georgia dugout, but a couple of heads bobbed back.
I'm sure they weren't applauding the call there.
Nope. 2-2 the count to Coleman. We are straight up high noon here in Hoover as this is hit foul over in the seats first base side. At a 9:32 Central Time first pitch. Georgia and Texas A&M, no score. First time these two have met this season. Here's a pitch. Cold strike 3. Heat on the outer half.
Maybe a little bit of a makeup.
Looked to be about the same spot.
Yeah, it did.
So this is also, I like this too, by the way, DJ. With A&M, Ole Miss, and Arkansas, Georgia hadn't played any of those 3 teams this year. So
those familiarity.
Yeah, you played 10 of the 13 in the league, so these are the 3 Georgia hasn't played.
That's weird
There's
how
a
that
chance
works
you could play all 3.
Yeah.
Obviously, you got A&M today, and at least one of Ole Miss and Arkansas. This is hit deep into right towards the corner by Deloach. Foul and off the wall. So, again, the winners will square off tomorrow at 5:30 East. The losers tomorrow morning at 10:30 East, 9:30 Central. And if you win your first 2 games, you're off on Friday, and you play Saturday in the semifinals, and whoever wins that one, whether you're the undefeated team or the once-beaten team, you're into the final. Thank goodness. Here's the 0-1. Foul ball straight back and out of play. 0-2 to Deloach. And it was Deloach who bounced into that 3-2-3 double play. And what a play it was on both ends. Meadows such a terrific catcher. Got to give him some credit too on the K of Coleman. Good little frame job by Moose. Deloach has 3 home runs this season. He's hitting .204. He's driven in 14. That one's in the dirt. 1-2 the count. Christofak, what a career he's had. What a season he's had. 4-0 with 6 saves this year. Career 11-3 with 12 saves. And it's who? The pitch. Ground ball up the middle. Tally to his right. Going to field and fire in time to retire the side. 3 up and 3 down for the 5th time. The Aggies have been shut out as we head to the bottom of the 9th. No score. Georgia and Texas A&M. Shunk, Tally, and Cable. That sound like a run to you, DJ?
Sounds like a run.
All right, we need it. Bottom of the 9th coming up here in Hoover on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Before or after the game, come enjoy a great view of 5 Points from the covered deck at Marker 7 Coastal Grill. Walking distance from Foley Field at the corner of Lumpkin and Millage, you can find some of the best seafood north of St. Simon's. Oysters on the half shell, fish tacos and shrimp baskets with fries and coleslaw will get you started. For the land lovers, we've got you covered with our club, Reuben, and grilled chicken sandwich. Eating healthy? Try one of our numerous salads on the menu. There's something for everyone at Marker 7 in the heart of 5 Points. Plenty of parking available.
You couldn't miss that wedding, birthday party, or whatever event you felt obligated to attend. So you missed the game. And more importantly, the game program. Not to worry. IMGProducts.net has got you covered with official programs and yearbooks from many of the nation's top schools, plus conference and NCAA championships. Visit IMGProducts.net to browse the hundreds of publications available. IMGProducts.net. We've got you covered.
Dogs with Aaron Shunk, L.J. Talley, and John Cabledew. Georgia has one hit today. Scoreless, bottom of the ninth.
Strap Dog says he's calling it. We're about to walk it off here with Shunk, Talley, and Cable.
All right.
That'd be nice.
The great Woody Field says he's sending a run our way. Thank you, WWF. Shunky's got a 12-game hit streak on the line. They're hugging the line with Coleman at third, lefty on righty. Here's a pitch. That misses away. It's 1-0. And again, the first pitch of this game, Shoemake had a leadoff double. As we predicted, it would then be 0-0 in the bottom of the ninth.
Crazy.
Menifee looking in, lefty on righty. Here's the pitch. Shunk bounces this one sharply gloved at third by Coleman. They had it played perfectly. The throw to first in time.
No doubles defense. He was on the line, and that's exactly where Shunk hit it.
Exactly. If he's in regular position, that's a double. Oh, my goodness. And here's L.J. Talley.
Well, LJ hit a bomb here last year. How about another, my man?
That'd be great. Talley bounced out 3 to 4 to 1 to start the second. Flew to center in the fourth and struck out looking in the sixth. Neither one of these teams wanting to go extra. I guess, well, A&M probably would like to go one more inning. I think they want to lose right here. The pitch to Talley misses low. This tournament can be a grind. Ben Beatty not wanting to go extras.
And if they lose, it would be their third straight early game they'd have to play.
That's right. See if the Dogs can wake up the bats here at the bottom of the ninth. Talley, check swing strike. That'll even up the count at 1-1. LJ's had a tremendous season. Big John Cable waiting on deck. Dogs in Texas A&M, no score. We are in the bottom half of inning number 9. The lefty Menifee looking in from the letters. Here's 1-1 to Talley. Popped up third base side, drifting foul and out of play. That's a big bouncer and a carom. Just noise after every pitch. It's like, all right, that's enough.
I like earlier, Shunk just stepped out of the batter's box and looked up at the press box. Like, what is going on?
You are not bigger than the game, sir. You're doing a fine job, but not bigger than the game. Left on left. Here's the 1-2. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Wow. 6 strikeouts now for Aggie pitching. Did we mention George has a devil of a time scoring and winning in this tournament?
We have mentioned it, yes.
All right, Big John.
Number 42, John Cable.
Cable standing in. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout, a walk, and a fly out to center. They're in the shift. Big gap on that left side. Here's the pitch. Cable rakes it into that gap on the left side for a base hit. Georgia's second of the day.
Now, do you pinch run here and try to get somebody in scoring position for Cam? But I think if you do, they walk Cam and go lefty-lefty with Sully.
Georgia not pinch running right now. Mitch Gaspar looking towards the dugout. It looks like Cable's going to stay in there as Cam Shepard will dig in. How about a gapper here, Cam? That outfield playing very deep right now. Very deep. Left on right, Menifee. Here's a pitch. Bouncing ball foul, third base side.
They're not playing Cam quite as far over as they were in his last at bat.
No, he's a bit closer to the line.
Yeah.
Blake out and left. DeLoach very deep in center. Menifee looking in, left on right. Here's 0-1. Misses downstairs. Ball and a strike the count. Shep popped to short to end the second. Flew to right as Dukoff made a nice diving catch to end the fourth. And Shep bounced sharply to Shoemake at short in the seventh. Sully waiting on deck. Cable, the runner at first. Hits now even at 2. Here's a pitch. Shepard lines this one foul out of play, first base side.
David says he's enjoying this game from Amelia Island. Go Dogs. Get those bats going.
Awesome.
Harry says Braxton just called a walk-off, so hope Braxton's right.
There you go. We could use it. Cam's got the power stroke late in the season. He's homered 6 times on the year. Menifee looking in, lefty on righty from the letters. Here's a pitch. Low, 2-2 the count. 0-2-1 for the Aggies, 0-2-0 for Georgia, 2-2 the count with 2 outs. Cable is the runner at first base. We're in the bottom of the 9th. That wind really blowing out towards left field. Menifee looking in from the letters. Here's a 2-2. Shepard lines it foul, heads up back this way.
It's the first one that's come close here.
Yeah, Mike would have had to have let that one go.
That one was a line driver.
Yes, it was. So Georgia in extras this year 2-3. A&M's 0-2 with that tie against Missouri due to travel.
We've had a few of those over the years.
Yep. Here's a 2-2. Shep hits this one deep out into left field. Blake is going back. He's at the wall. This ball is out of here or caught. It's a home run. Cam Shepard has done it. He's won it. Blake climbing the wall. Shepard clears it. And Georgia has beaten Texas A&M 2-0 on a dramatic walk-off homer from Cam Shepard. What a game!
Thank you for your support of the Southeastern Conference Baseball Tournament.
The power stroke. That's number 7 for number 7. Holy smokes. Georgia moves on in the winner's bracket. My goodness, Blake climbed the wall, nearly hauled it in. We had to wait on Scott Klein, and Jeff had to run out. And Cam Shepard, the hero of the day for the Dogs. 6 of his 7 homers coming in the last 3 weeks. What a game. We'll come back and check the totals after this timeout on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Get ready for the first pitch at the UGA Bookstore, featuring the best Bulldog gifts and apparel. Shop all the great brands at the UGA Bookstore like Nike, Tommy Bahama, Vineyard Vines, and Southern Tide. The UGA Bookstore is the exclusive home of the UGA 10 collection by Peter Millar. The UGA Bookstore in the heart of campus, next to the Tate Student Center. Shop online 24/7 at UGABookstore.com. The UGA Bookstore, it's where dogs shop.
No one comes to the Southeastern Conference looking for less. This is where you gladly step up, sign up, and raise your hand for a heaping helping of more. More ways to challenge and push yourself, more people from more countries to meet and learn from, more opportunities to impact your community, both locally and globally. Oh, we celebrate championships like no other, but that's nowhere close to the whole story. Yeah, in the SEC, it just means more.
Shep hits this one deep out into left field. Blake is going back. He's at the wall. This ball is out of here or caught. It's a home run. Cam Shepard has done it. He's won it. Blake climbing the wall. Shepard clears it. And Georgia has beaten Texas A&M 2-0 on a dramatic walk-off homer from Cam Shepard. It was, as we saw the replay, just over the tip of Blake's glove. Cam Shepard with his 7th home run of the season. Final line score. Georgia, 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, no runs, 2 hits, and 1 error for Texas A&M, and Zach Christophack with the win. 5-0, 12-3 for his career, and he can add Texas A&M to the epic hit list. Menifee, the loser, falling to 3-2, and Georgia will play tomorrow against the winner of Arkansas at Ole Miss. And let's send it down to DJ.
You're going to steal Coach Strickland here for a second before he heads into the press conference. Coach had him all the way. What a great win today, and what a clutch performance there. That at bat by Cam Shepard.
Yeah, the wind was really blowing out to left, and I looked up right before the swing, and I just, come on, get it up in the wind. And he hit it really good. Actually, I thought it was going to be way out, and got a little scared there. Dukoff made that jump right at the end. But pitched it really well, played great defense, and hats off to Weber. I mean, he was outstanding. Again, he's only a freshman, which is scary. They got a really good team. They can really pitch it, but we just kind of waited it out. We had some sticky situations. Justin Glover was outstanding, and Zach shut it down.
You know, we talk about football, time of possession. This was one of those games where they won the time of possession, but our pitching was so good today, and the defense again, and just kept hanging around, and ended up getting the win.
Yeah, Tim scuffled a little bit those first 3 innings, but pitched his way out of trouble, and then I thought he settled in the 4th and 5th, and then, again, got in trouble in the 6th, but Glove picked him up, and then Zach Christophack was really good those last 2.
And for whatever reason, we have trouble scoring runs here, but I know this feels so good to get a win. Now we can worry about playing not tomorrow morning, but tomorrow afternoon.
Well, heck, there for a while, I just wanted to hit. We got that hit in the 8th. I was so excited. We got a base hit, but again, their pitching's really good. They lead the conference in pitching for a reason, and we just kept battling and found a way.
All right, congratulations, Scott. You guys deserve it. Great win today, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow.
Okay, thanks, Dave.
All right, that's Georgia head coach Scott Strickland. Great win today for the Dogs.
DJ, I tell you, let's run into a break, then come back and see if you can grab a player.
If I could get a player, yeah, absolutely.
Perfect. All right, we're going to run into a timeout. DJ going to try and grab us a player as you listen to Bulldog Baseball on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
At PT Solutions Physical Therapy, we're proud to be an official partner of UGA. In sports, getting to the next level takes lots of talent and lots of work. At PT Solutions, we believe that every young athlete deserves the opportunity to chase his or her dream. That's why you'll find our therapists and trainers on the fields and sidelines at every level, helping athletes stay healthy and be at their best. We hope you'll visit us at over 40 Georgia locations or at ptsolutions.com.
In the Southeastern Conference, we are driven by the quest for more. More titles, more NCAA records, but also more renewable energy sources for some of the nation's greenest campuses. For more partnerships with NASA, the NSA, and the UN. For more billions pumped into our state economies. Our 14 leading universities know that no matter how much we achieve, we can always do more. Yeah, in the SEC, it just means more.
Dogs a winner in dramatic fashion, 2-0. Cam Shepard with a 2-run walk-off homer. No, DJ is making his way down that right field line, trying to grab a player to talk to. This is kind of a chaotic scene right here as the Dogs are trying to leave the field while Arkansas is attempting to come onto the field as the Bulldogs win 2-0. And Cam Shepard with a 2-run homer after John Cable had singled with 2 outs. So Georgia winds up with just 3 hits, broke up the no-hitter in the 8th inning, and then the home run from Shepard breaks up the shutout and delivers a victory as DJ is down on the field and trying to grab a player. And DJ, I know it's chaos down there. The Razorbacks are trying to get on the field, and the Dogs are celebrating.
Hey, wait it down. All right, I got Moose, Jeff.
All right, take her away.
Mason Meadows here with me. Congratulations on the win. And, Mason, let's talk a little bit about the huge play in the game, the 3-2-3 double play that you guys pulled off.
Man, that was awesome. Just the way we drawed up. Just the way. No, Glover came in and had 2 great pitches. Ball was low and down, and it was good pitch for him to hit a ground ball on. Pat did a great job of getting to me quick. And I actually threw the ball in my finger. I had sweat on my finger, and it slipped off. So I threw it with one finger, and Pat just made an incredible catch. I had to pat him on the butt for picking me up. But,
you know, it gets lost a little. It was a great play. It gets lost a little bit in a pitcher's duel is the role of the catchers. And you got to see. Now, Coach said Elliott scuffled a little bit, but he fought hard. Glover came in and did a great job, and then so did Zach. Tell us a little bit about the pitchers today.
Yes, sir. Well, they just battled. I mean, in a game where your hitters aren't really picking you up, it's kind of nerve-wracking because, we want to help the pitcher out. But, them battling was just incredible. Tim placed balls wherever he could and just made some great pitches. And then Glover and Zach come in relief, close game, and shut them down.
How about Cam Shepard, though? I mean, you guys all play great defense, the best defensive team we've ever seen, and then to get that clutch hit for Shep.
Well, yeah, what a game from him. He made that play up the middle, possibly saved a run, and then he's getting hot at the right time. I think we're in a good swing of things with him getting hot and bottom of the order heating up, so we're in a spot.
How are you feeling? How's the eye?
Feel great. I finally feel like I'm back to normal. Squared 2 balls up today, and
of course you got hit by a pitch.
Yeah, that's right. I had my Evo shield in my bag, and I didn't throw it on, but I'll be wearing it tomorrow. But we're feeling good.
All right, Mason, congrats. It's nice not to have to play early tomorrow, so enjoy it.
Sleep in. It'll be nice. Chill a little bit.
All right, there's Moose. Great job today. There you go, Jeff.
All right, thank you very much, DJ. We'll see you back up here in the booth as the Dogs win it 2-0 here in the SEC tournament on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Do you have Georgia Medicaid or Peach Care for kids? Time to feel better about your health care. WellCare has great benefits for the whole family. Choose great doctors from our large provider network. Earn free items with the new improved Healthy Rewards program. Get care and support you can count on. Choose WellCare. It's easy to enroll. Call Georgia Families at 1-888-423-6765 or visit georgiafamilies.com. To learn more about WellCare, call 1-866-231-1821.
It's no secret that things grow well in Georgia, like peanuts, cotton, and corn. But families and communities also flourish here. That's because Georgia Power is helping bring new businesses and industries to our state. In the last 10 years alone, we've helped create over 134,000 new jobs. Because Georgia is our home too, and we want life here to thrive for all of us. Georgia Power, generating opportunity. Learn more at georgiapower.com/growth.
All right, Cam Shepard with a game-winning homer. Zach Christofak with the win. Georgia 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, no runs, 2 hits, 1 error, and the Dogs win a game at the SEC tournament for the first time since that great run of 2011. It'll be either Ole Miss or Arkansas in the winner's bracket tomorrow afternoon at 5:30 East. A final word after this final timeout here on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
You might have heard Coke Zero Sugar has the refreshing, great Coke taste you know and love, minus the sugar and with 0 calories. And you might be thinking, real Coke taste with 0 sugar and 0 calories sounds too good to be true. That's understandable. Some people just don't believe it, until they try it, that is. If you're ready to enjoy delicious refreshment in a whole new way with 0 calories and 0 sugar, pick up an ice-cold bottle of Coke Zero Sugar to try the real Coke taste of Coke Zero Sugar for yourself today.
Before or after the game, come enjoy a great view of 5 Points from the covered deck at Marker 7 Coastal Grill. Walking distance from Foley Field at the corner of Lumpkin and Millage, you can find some of the best seafood north of St. Simon's. Oysters on the half shell, fish tacos and shrimp baskets with fries and coleslaw will get you started. For the land lovers, we've got you covered with our club, Reuben, and grilled chicken sandwich. Eating healthy? Try one of our numerous salads on the menu. There's something for everyone at Marker 7 in the heart of 5 Points. Plenty of parking available.
Dogs a 2-0 winner here in Hoover. Cam Shepard with a walk-off homer, and DJ Zach Christofak going to go ahead and write Texas A&M down on the old hit list.
How about that? What a game. How weird is baseball, though? We see this a lot where a team like that, you're just scratching, clawing to stay in the game, finally break through with a base hit in the 8th inning, and that takes the pressure off of the no-hitter. And then Cam getting that one out of here. And, you know, we probably ought to pass a little bit of the credit on. You may have while I was getting back up here. When they were in the shift on cable and he just went the other way, got the single, kept the inning going, and set up Shepard's heroics.
And by the way, Cam Blake, their left fielder, nearly caught that ball. That was a tremendous effort. And we could see on the replay, Dave, I think you might have ducked out then. It got maybe 9 inches over the tip of his glove, and we had to wait for Jeff Head and Scott Klein to make their way out there. Cam Shepard with a game-winning homer. We know this now. Georgia will play either Arkansas or Ole Miss, so another first-timer tomorrow afternoon at 5:30 Eastern in the winners bracket.
In the old winners bracket, which we hadn't been in this position in a while. Yeah, so Cole Wilcox will be on the mound for the Dogs tomorrow. And, again, it'll either be against Arkansas or Ole Miss. I know the players are excited to get the win early today. Got the rest of the day to recuperate. Don't have to turn around and play an early game. A&M's going to play early for the 3rd straight day, so that's tough for them. But heck of a ball game. You know, it's one of those where you're like, oh, it's too bad somebody had to lose. This is one of those kind of games. But in our case, I'm glad it was them that lost.
Amen to that. Dogs, a 2-0 winner over Texas A&M. That'll do it for us. We'll talk to you tomorrow, 5:30 Eastern. That means a 5:10 airtime. For Michael Serber, for David Johnson, I'm Jeff Dantzler. So long from Hoover on a winning day for Georgia as the Dogs defeat Texas A&M 2-0 on a 2-out, 2-run, bottom of the ninth, walk-off home run from Cam Shepard. You've been listening to Georgia Baseball in the SEC Tournament on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
You've been listening to Georgia Baseball on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Today's game has been brought to you by Marker 7 Coastal Grill, bringing a taste of the Gulf to 5 Points. The UGA Bookstore, it's where the dogs shop. And by Piedmont Healthcare, the official healthcare provider of the Georgia Bulldogs. The preceding has been a Learfield, IMG College, and JMI Sports presentation of the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.